Hey everybody, Matthew Josh here from MiniWarGaming.com, and in today's Warhammer 40k Battle Report, I'm going to once again be playing the Adeptus Sororitas, the Sisters of Battle, and Josh decides it's time for the Adeptus Custodes to see how they do against the Sisters. And we'll be playing another open war mission.
Hey, guess what? I'm playing another game right now in the MiniWarGaming Vault with Luca. I'm going to play some Dark Angels against Death Guard. You can follow the link in the description below for another game in the Vault.
We play and call it work.
MiniWarGaming's Warhammer 40k Battle Report.
In this corner, we have a 2,000 point list of Adeptus Sororitas. I've been playing 1,500 points, but since Josh is playing Custodes, he wanted to play at 2,000, which is understandable because they are such an elite army. And given that I want to try out all the different orders, this time I'm going to be trying the Order of the Sacred Rose. This one has two benefits. First off, when you overwatch, you hit on 5s and 6s, not just 6s. And the second is whenever you use an act of faith, in other words, a miracle die, on a 5+, you get another one. Now remember that certain things don't have that order conviction. In this case, the Dialogus, the Image of Fire, the Preacher, and Celestine, they don't have that. So when they use miracle dice, not that the Preacher can, but the other ones, if they use miracle dice, I don't get those ones back. And this is a battalion, even though I'm always fighting for those heavy support slots, still stick with the battalion for now. Leading the entire thing will be Celestine. She will be my warlord, mainly because I wanted to have 2 warlord traits, and you can't let her be your second one. So her default warlord trait is Beacon of Faith, and then which is something or other. It is 1 second. I apologize for that. Basically, at the start of each of my turns, I get an extra miracle die. So that's very, very handy, because I have been finding, as much as I asked the question at the end of my last battle report, what should I use all the miracle dice for? And by the way, I haven't seen the answers to that one yet, so if you still have answers, go ahead and put them here. I haven't, because it hasn't gone up by the time I filmed this one. So I'll get an extra miracle dice will be nice. And then my other semi-warlord, because I spent the command point for heroine in the making, will be my canoness, who's got a bolt gun, power sword, and then the Rod of Office, I think it's called, which gives her a 9-inch aura of rerolling 1s to hit rather than 6-inch. And I gave her, for hers, warlord trait, Indomitable Belief, which is a 6-inch aura of friendly order infantry get +1 to their invuln, so there'll be a 5-up shield of faith. So that won't affect people like Celestine or the other characters, because they do not have the order keyword. And then fitting inside of my 3 troop choices, actually going for some larger squads here. We've got 2 units of Battle Sisters at full size. We've got the simulacrum in each of them. I apologize for the different size bases. I'm going to be having those redone. I actually have a painter coming today to grab a bunch of these models. I'll do it in a couple batches and get them all put onto the proper size bases so that I can play appropriately. And each squad has a Sister Superior with a Combi Melta, a Heavy Flamer, and a Melta gun. And they'll both be riding inside of a Sororitas Rhino. And then we have another Min squad of 5 Battle Sisters. No upgrades whatsoever, so that chainsword there is just so I know which one is the Sister Superior. Then let's kind of go left to right here. We've got a unit of Penitent Engines with Buzz Saws, not the Flails, or the Penitent Saws, whatever it is, the one that's higher strength, less attacks. And they have their default Heavy Flamers as well, because you can't change those. Another heavy support slot right here will be the Exorcist tank. I'm excited to try this one out to see how well it does. And then of course we've got our Retributors. I didn't want to min-max and just bring like 2 or 3 squads of Retributors, which is probably like the best thing to do. I wanted to have some variety in my list. So this will be the 4 multi-meltas, and there will be a Combi Flamer on the Sister Superior, and that way I can do the whole Holy Trinity if I do get within 12-inch range or something. They'll be riding inside of an Immolator with a twin multi-melta. And then to the right of them, we've got a fast attack slot. We've got a squad of Dominions with 4 Melta guns, and then a Combi Melta on the Sister Superior. I think it's a Combi Melta, either that or Combi Flamer. I'll double check that in a moment. They'll be riding inside of an Immolator with twin multi-melta as well. And then for one of the many, or a couple of the many elite slots, I actually decided to try 2 Min squads of Sister Repentia. So the Min squads means that they won't be trying to take advantage of the 3 command point stratagem to fight a second time. But I thought, you know what, rather than bring 8, I'll bring 2 squads of 4, because whenever they die, they get me a miracle die. So it's kind of a miracle dice farming thing, but it also gives me a bit of flexibility for them to run off and grab objectives, or maybe work together. We'll kind of wait and see. And also it makes them a little harder to kill, because you might overkill one squad with Hurricane Bolters or something rather than doing exactly the amount that you need to. And they'll be accompanied by a preacher who will have this aura of +1 attacks to all the infantry, and they'll be riding inside of a rhino. They'll be joined as well by an imagifier who will be taking the upgrade. So basically you choose one of 3 things for your imagifier, and I'm going to choose the 6-inch aura of +1 to strength. And that way our exorcist here, or our repentant, will be at strength 8 in close combat, because it's +1 to the strength characteristic of the model, not to the weapon. So they'll go up to strength 4, and then their weapons are ×2 strength. So it's kind of a weird little interaction right there. And then to our left, we have a Dialogus, and I have 2 relics to my army. I forget to mention the first relic to my Canoness is a Litanies of Faith. It's the once per game, or once per turn, I can re-roll a miracle die that I get, so I can try to get something better. And the Dialogus has a second relic, which will be the Book of St. Lucius, which increases her aura abilities by 3 inches. So she'll have a 9-inch aura she can increase or decrease miracle dice by 1, which should be extra handy. And of course we have our little Gemini Superior in here who will be accompanying Celestine. They don't take up any Force Org slots whatsoever. So I hope for some variety here. I know I got lots of Meltas, but I'm hoping that, we got Flamers and the Penitent engines, we've got Sister Repentio, we've got Celestine. The only thing we're missing a bunch of stuff, but we're missing anything like jump troops. But I need to get a bunch of those painted up to Zephyrim and some other Dominion squads as well. So there's my 2,000 point battalion of Order of the Sacred Rose.
Here we go. Here's my 2,000 points of Custodians. This list was actually, there's 2 reasons for it. Number 1, I was hoping to play in an event, but unfortunately with the COVID restrictions, I was not able to go to said event. So I'm excited to play this list. Also, I got some new models in that Trevor at Ink and Bristle went ahead and got painted up. So I'm excited to play this. It was built around match play, but I think it'll still do fine in open play. This is a battalion, and up front there, it's led by Captain General Trajan Valoris. I don't like bear heads, so I put a helmet on him, for everybody that's wondering. He will be the Warlord. Next to him is a shield captain on Dawn Eagle Jetbike, and he's the standard doesn't die guy. So Captain Commander, and went for the Indomitable Constitution. He's got his Misericordia, Orc Aquilis, and then I did pay a command point to give him a Warlord trait of Superior Creation for the 5 up to ignore damage. So I don't know, he's the ultimate beefcake. Hopefully he doesn't die. Troop choices.
We'll put that to the test.
Yeah, yeah. Troop choices on the other side there. I've got 3 squads of Custodian Guard. There's 2 squads that just have 3 Custodians with sword and board, and then 1 larger squad that has 2 Sentinel Blade Storm Shield and then 2 Guardian Spear Misericordia. Behind them, elite choices. I've got a squad of 4 Aquilon Custodians with the Lastrum Stormbolters, Misericordia, and Solarite Power Gauntlets. And next to them is Mr. got more expensive by a considerable amount, or at least a noticeable amount, my Vexillus Praetor. He has the Vexilla Magnifica for the bubble of penalties to hit around him. So anything that Matthew targets with shooting in I think it's a 6-inch bubble around him is -1 to hit. And then gave him a Storm Shield and Misericordia. Last but not least, 2 squads of Virtus Praetors. Just Hurricane Bolters and bare bone setup for their 85 points. That is my full list of Custodians. The other thing I want to mention too, because I get a lot of emails and questions about it, I am not absolutely awesome at making bases. This is all Gamers Grass pre-made battle-ready bases, so if you want to check them out, go ahead. But yeah, this isn't stuff that I constructed myself.
What subfaction are you using?
It's Shadowkeepers.
Shadowkeepers. And what do they get again?
They get access to a relic I didn't take, a warlord trait I didn't take, and a stratagem of -1 strength when you target them.
There's no army-wide thing that they get?
No army-wide thing for any of the Custodian Shield hosts.
Interesting.
Today's battle is from the Open War Mission Pack. For deployment, each player deployment zone runs the short table edge. The middle of each player deployment zones come to a point, each 9 inches away from the center of the battlefield. The objective is storm their lines. It states, after determining deployment zones, starting with the defender, each player alternates placing objective markers until 6 have been set up. Each objective marker must be within the deployment zone of the player placing it, more than 6 inches away from the edge of the battlefield, and more than 9 inches away from any other objective markers. At the end of each of their turns, each player scores 1 victory point for each objective marker within their own deployment zone that they control, and 2 victory points for each objective marker within their opponent's deployment zone that they control. The player with the most victory points at the end of the battle is the winner. For the twist, we have Tempest. Models receive the benefit of light cover if they are more than 18 inches away from the attacking unit.
And we'll be playing on this very dense Manufactorum table, which we're looking forward to doing. The mat is a Necron-ish mat from GameMat.eu. And then the terrain on the table, pretty much all of it, not all of it, but pretty much all of it is Games Workshop scenery. A lot of these big buildings actually was made by Lee, or were made by Lee, not was made by Lee. That's some bad grammar there. But then we have some like Pegasus Hobbies sandbags that we've had literally for almost 15 years now. But even
There's a little bit of Game Mat stuff too.
Oh, some Game Mat stuff. Oh, yes. These generators are all from Game Mat, pre-painted and everything. So we're gonna be playing on that. And we've already rolled off. I'll be on this side. So let's get deployed. And don't forget, for our Silver Vault members, that you can get a discount on a lot of terrain, not Games Workshop, but like 40 plus other companies of terrain and models and hobby supplies and everything else. You have to be a Silver Vault member, but you can go to miniwargaming.com/silver discount to see what they are, even if you're not logged in, to see all the ways you can save tons of money and get more stuff. We are deployed. It's quite crowded. Got my Penitent engines out front, ready to lead the charge, as they should. Who cares what the proper tactics are? Their job is to be out front and to kill and die first, because they are making up for past sins and they want this. The Sisters of Pensha are way over there. They're not following the same, but you know, it's limited deployment.
They got lost on the way.
They got lost on the way. They're like, wait for us! And then we've got some Battle Sisters and a Rhino. We got my Dialogus and the Dominions inside of here. I was going to deploy the Dominions outside of it, and then I could choose to Vanguard move inside of the transport or forward. But then I just realized I don't care, because of the way the deployment is, we're not close enough that I could move forward, take first turn, then get in the Melta range. They're only Melta guns, they're not multi-Meltas. And so I don't see much advantage in taking that Vanguard move. If, like old school, it applied to its transport, that would be cool, because that was old school stuff, right? If you had Scout, if you got the transport,
if that was your dedicated transport, that one of the rules that would go to it, I think.
It would get Scout as well, which would be really cool for immolators, but I'm not sad that they don't have that. Then we got Retributors in that one right there with my Canoness, Battle Sisters, and then Repent way over there, Exorcist in the back. Now I do have to be wary because Josh has his Terminators in reserve, so gotta watch my backline, especially because an objective is right there. And then we zip around to the other side. What do we got?
Okay, so I kind of got the big blob here. I've got my Shield Captain and Valoris. I've got the bigger squad of Custodian Guard, and then the banner here giving the bubble. One squad of Virtus Praetors. I've got another Custodian squad on the back objective, and then one last one on the objective over here. Another squad of Virtus Praetors.
Just ready to kind of go up the flank.
Just to aggressively try to take board position. Yeah.
Well, and you've got lots of high terrain, so your bikes at least can jump up there and then use that to hide.
It was tough in the deployment zone to have somewhere for them to hide. The only where I could actually hide anything was right behind this, and I don't like how far back that is on the bikes.
Well, you don't really have to worry about too much long-range shooting on my first turn. Like, this is not our last one where I started in the middle of the board.
Yeah.
And so the best I could do is some long-range Melta shots and an Exorcist cannon. That's about it.
That's still, all you need to do is fail some saves on bikes. And
yeah, I know. It's not like the last ones, though, where if I go first, I can basically go up and get rid of part of your army right away. Right. So that's not going to happen in this game. So it's a little less important that I go first. Although we're still doing the whole whoever wins the roll-off must go first, even though in open war, it's still whoever wins the roll-off chooses who goes first, because we both really enjoy that aspect. And we're going to play the way we enjoy.
Who'd have thunk it? What a strange concept.
I know, right? If you like playing a certain way, play that way. Hey, rules be damned. So let's jump right into it. Ready for the roll-off, Josh?
Yes, let's do this.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to go first.
And neither do I, so we just roll.
2.
I guess I'm going first. Again.
Weird.
I think this time, though, the going first will not just be the thing that wins me the game. I think.
It might. I don't know. We'll see what the saves look like.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to be destroying a lot of things first turn, but we'll see. Because remember as well, if you're more than 18 inches away, you've got light cover, so you're actually 1-up saves in most places, right? So.
Or a 0-up save.
Blah, 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 blah,
Fancy.
blah,
Shoot
blah,
it
blah,
down.
blah. Yeah, most of my stuff is -4 AP anyway, so screw your 4-up save. I do need to roll my Sacred Rites technically before the battle begins, but because we're doing random, whoever goes first, it doesn't really matter. So they are going to be... Why do I always roll doubles? That's 3 games in a row. Which one's 6 anyways? Reroll morale. So, yeah, okay. Also, at the beginning of the battle round, I get a miracle die, and then I think I get... Let me double check. I think I might get a couple extra. No, it's re-roll one of them. So the first one will be from the battle round, so it's not a turn, so I don't get to re-roll it. It's a 4. And then this one will be in my first turn. It's a 6. I'll keep it. It's a 4 and a 6. Good start. And then at the beginning of my turn as well, or technically I think it's the beginning of the battle round, but whatever. It's all at the same time in this case. I can re-roll, I can spend a command point on battle rights and re-roll one of my active sacred rights, and it does specify that even if I roll doubles, they both count as being active, so I can basically take this. And if I roll the same one, the 6, I can re-roll it again. So 3. Oh, stop it with the 3s. +3, deny the witch. I keep rolling that one every game. Give me something else that's good.
It'll be good against anybody but me.
Now the funny thing is, I could just choose a sacred right, but that just seems lame. Like I want 2 good ones, not just 1 good one. I did forget, I wasn't on the battlefield to be able to re-roll the miracle die anyways, but I didn't re-roll it, so it's all good. It's all good. So I'm back up to 10 command points. I spent 2 before the game began, and then just spent 1 at the beginning of the battle round. So let's go into my movement phase. This flank is pretty easy. This rhino's just gonna move up, just kind of block this objective as much as possible. We don't have to worry about his reinforcements until next turn, so we're just gonna kind of do that. Swinging way to the other side, we're going to advance this rhino. So it's gonna move 18 inches. It's gonna vroom, 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 all the way up to here. This unit of battle sisters inside this rhino, we're just going to move here, and then we're going to advance those sisters. I kind of realize I don't like where they're positioned. Roll a 5. They're going to run back. We're going to use them to help deny some of the area for your deep striking, for your teleporting terminators. Back up to here, I don't actually want to get too aggressive with my penitent engines yet. I know I just said they want to get aggressive, but we're just going to move them up a bit to screen. I'll throw an advance on them though. Okay, just 1, but it's fine. I had a lot more movement left. We're going to move here, because what I want to do is I want to get this immolator just barely in multi-melta range. Like not in melta range, but the 24 inches. And then we'll hop forward with Celestine and her 2 little companions. This immolator will move forward, but won't be in range to fire. Gotta be careful for disembarking next turn. And then the exorcist. Oh, wait, I gotta be within 3 inches of that objective, don't I? Let me see if I have a place to be and I can still shoot. Yeah, I was able to finagle being within 3 inches and being able to see just barely the squad back here. So that'll be good enough. I just need some sort of first shot. I'm not planning on alpha striking him this turn. We're gonna start with the exorcist and her exorcist missile launcher. It's gonna fire across the table into this unit. Now we're going to get -1 hit. We were kind of talking about the smoke being dense cover as well, so this thing would actually give me -1. So I bet -2, but that just means I'm going to hit on 4s. I'm not going to use any stratagems yet to make this better, because this is just more like a softening, who knows what kind of shot. So 3d3 shots. Oh, yeah, minimum. Good first showing. 3 shots, hitting on 4s. Maybe all 3 of these will hit though. Oh, okay, well, that kind of evens it out, because on average I was going to get 6 shots, and then 4s would be half of them hit. So we're back to average. 3s to wound. And all 3 wound. Okay, now we're above average. Now, thanks to being more than 18 inches away, counting as being a light cover from our twist, you're actually all a 0-up save, because you're 2-up base.
Right.
And then, sorry, they're not all 0-up save. These guys are 0-up, because the Storm Shield gives them +1 save, and then the light cover gives them +1 save. And they start at 2-up, right?
They do start at 2-up.
So these ones are 0-up, 3-up invuln, and these ones are 1-up, 4-up invuln?
1-up, 4-up, yeah.
So who would you like to put it on?
I'm going to put the first one on one of these.
Because that means he'll have a
spears.
4-up save then.
Yep.
Instead of
I want
a
to save
3-up.
the shields for something else.
Like multi-meltas. Oh, it's a 2 either way.
See?
How many wounds do they have?
They got 3 wounds piece.
So D6 damage. Oh no. It's working
So
too well.
ends.
What
We're
about the
going to
next
put it
one?
on the other spear.
All right, sorry, Spears. Oh, it's a 3.
Okay, that kind of...
Oh, no.
That's okay.
Oh, he's dead too.
And then it's got to go to...
3-up invuln. Oh, good.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Just not the right order I wanted.
No, definitely not. Immolator right here will fire its twin multi-melta at the only thing that's in range and sight, which is the bikes. I'll be -1 to hit them. Any stratagems you want to use?
No.
No? Okay, so same thing.
I can make it so you only wound on 4s, but...
This is going to be 4s to hit, 3s to wound.
Right, yeah, it's not worth it.
It's funny when you say that out loud, it's like, well, that's really bad. But if you're playing Age of Sigmar, and it's like 4s to hit, 3s to wound, you'd be like, that's a bad
really
stat.
good.
No, in Age of Sigmar, 4s and 3s.
4s and 3s? That's not bad.
I don't even like 3s and 3s. And yet here it feels very powerful.
Madman.
I know, right? And no acts of faith here. I'm just going to go raw numbers. So 4s to hit. Oh, look at all those 3s. Your little banner.
The Vexilla coming in clutch.
Yes, and 3s to wound. The 6, so it didn't matter if you used your stratagem. So this is -4, so you get a 3-up invuln.
4-up invuln and bikes.
Only 4-up, eh?
Pretty much the whole army is 4-up. I'll CP reroll that.
It's D6 damage otherwise, right?
There we go.
There we are. I kill the CP. I kill the command point.
It's worth it.
Patooey. The other immolator is in range, but has no line of sight thanks to this blocking terrain and the blocking terrain back there, which I like. I like that there's limited visibility for shooting armies. It helps with the game. That is all the shooting that I have arranged for, and that's my turn. So, morale? Do they have? I don't think they have to worry about 2 guys, right?
Not with losing 2.
No, you got at least an 8. So no morale that we're worried about, and I get 3 points. I'm controlling my 3 objectives, so the score is 3-0.
Start of the turn, I do get my command point.
Bringing you back to what?
8.
Because you spent a bunch of pregame and then
Yeah, I
that
spent-
1 for the reroll?
I basically spent 4 on the Captain Commander. He's expensive. And now I just gotta try to get up the board and get at you. I don't think I can do any damage this turn. So it's gonna be a lot of running. Shields Captain on bike is coming up over here.
Now when you advance with your bikes, you auto-advance 6, right?
Yeah, I've been playing that wrong for a while.
Really? What did you think it was?
I was just rolling for it.
Oh. So you didn't even know.
Nope.
Now you're faster.
Next squad of bikes are coming up and around here.
So this is this flank right here if you want to see kind of where all
I
my guys
gotta
are.
try to push this flank. All of the Meltas, there's nothing I can do about them right now.
Just roll your invulns. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
You
great.
saw what happened to the first 2 guys, right?
Oh, that's so
They're fine.
painful.
It's a training exercise. They were just dummy rounds, and so they're just incapacitated.
Giant paintballs. Over here, I figure I'm gonna have to just be bold with these bikes. The Repentia got a lot of damage potential, but I can't just sit back and let you get board control.
No, that would be unwise.
And they've moved on up.
That was with an advance? Or
That
just a
was
14
with an
inch?
advance.
So you're not going to be able to fire your hurricane bolters.
I won't, but I'm not super worried about that Rhino. I'd rather be up the board. Move this Custodian Guard Squad just over to grab a little bit of line of sight blocking and still maintain control of that objective.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Celestine and her Gemini Superior cannot fly down from the heavens. You'd think that the jump pack
To do like the deep strike kind of thing?
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise I totally would have put them in reserve. Ooh, coming back all the way around to make sure you don't kind of lose where we are for everything.
Yeah,
There's lots
this is
of
a pretty
terrain.
claustrophobic board. I got to kind of reshuffle this a little bit. I'd rather have a bigger squad up to hold that
But
objective.
you had a bigger squad.
Thank you, Matthew. They're going to advance, and that'll
Also,
kind
you've
of determine everything.
You've lost your lookout sirs too, right?
Yes.
So that might be a little scary.
Extra 3. So you come back 5 to there.
Can you get to the objective with a 3-inch run? Have you measured that?
You can end up there, so yeah, he'll be able to grab that objective.
The buddy goes with him. Boop. Advance the other squad?
I will, just so he doesn't get kind of caught up. Oh, see, that's the thing is I don't know what I want Valorous doing. He's a lot of points to do.
Just sit back.
Just sit back objective. But if you want to win, you got to come back after these eventually, so be smart. Okay, Valorous going to run.
True. There is no secondary way to get victory points. So if we both just sit on our objectives, it's a guaranteed draw, unless we get shot off of our objectives.
And I've got some stuff coming up the board aggressively, so.
And what about your squad of
This
3
squad
over there?
is going to go for a run now. An extra
Ooh,
6. There we go.
Healthy 6, so they can go back and help with that objective.
4.
And then your banner hasn't moved.
Yeah, I gotta try to
leave him some space.
leave a space for him. Yeah, if you want to shoot Valorous, that's fine.
Don't think I'm gonna have much line of sight on all these guys, to be honest.
Probably not.
Not at the range that I am away. Like when you look down the board this way, you can kind of see what we're up against. See all that terrain down the middle, which is beautiful. I love that. I love that. I love that. I can be a shooting army without feeling bad about seen the entire table.
Dice everywhere, man. Okay, gonna run for the banner. Goes an extra 2.
It's hot pack.
He's gonna come around to there.
It's quite the brick to hold those 2 objectives.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's what I got to work with.
Any shooting?
No shooting. Everything had to advance.
Ooh.
So we'll see what you get going on your turn.
That's the hard thing with custodians and objectives. You got to give up so many points to sit on objectives.
They should be good at it though.
Yeah. And you still have 4 Terminators. Let's not forget them. And they can do a lot of work in the back lines. So it's not like the bikes are going up alone. Okay, so you get your 3 points.
Yes.
So the score is 3-3 at the end of battle round 1. Beginning of the battle round, I get a miracle die. It's a 2. And then at the beginning of my turn, because Celestine's on the table with Beacon of Faith, I get another one. And it's a 3. So that's what we got right now for our miracle dice, 2, 3, 4, 6. So in the command phase, I'll get my command point, bring me back to 11, because I didn't use any last turn. And we're going to advance these penitent engines, because if I get a decent advance, that'll make a nice good charge. And we'll have a little interesting scrap in this this choke point, which might prevent one of my penitent engines from fighting. Maybe. It's pretty generous in 40k who can fight. So we're going to advance 4. That's healthy. That means the first one's going to get exactly this far away, measuring off camera. People often ask, hey, don't you ever measure? It's like, well, when you're holding the camera with one hand, you kind of have to do it off camera. So I'm going to just, whoops, don't mean to move terrain there. Just going to tuck these over. Or, actually no, we're going to have them come over here. Disembarking Battle Sisters here, I'm trying to spread them out to represent that they should be on larger bases. It's not going to be perfect. I just don't want to game the fact that they're supposed to be, like they're on 25 mils when they should be on larger. So we'll drop them out there. We're going to throw an advance at them of 4. And that's enough. We're basically coming back here to zone out as much space against the Terminators as possible. So, but we also got to be careful of where we put our special weapons. So I'm actually going to have these ones run past, and then, yeah, because I could have that one here. So I'll put the heavy flamer over here, that one there, and the multi-melt up here as well. So we'll just kind of reshuffle that a bit. And then one that was here could run there. So yeah, so this should help zone out up here and back here. And then, oh, I had one more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then she would have come out over here. 10. So this will help zone out up here, and then between that and the Exorcist, I'm going to kind of drop back the Exorcist a little bit to protect more on my flank. Before I move back, because I'd like to get some line of sight on stuff, I'm going to have these Battle Sisters do an advance of 4. Wow, I'm very consistent. That's 3 4s in a row for my advances. Doing some measurements. We want one right here to block this area off, and then we want to kind of string back. So we'll just we have lots of movement here, so it's just about maintaining coherency. Speaking of maintaining coherency, I do need to readjust back here and make sure this one's within 2 inches of the last one. And same thing at the front. Gotta remember that. And the Exorcist will kind of zone out the rest, and it does have some line of sight to this one bike. Not that I want to kill the front one, but if I do, hey, kill stuff. So we're going to get out of this transport on this side. So we're going to start with a unit of 4. So this is actually kind of a nice advantage to having them a little bit at a time, because they can get out and then move. So we're going to come over here. And then the next squad will get out. They're taking turns. Isn't that nice?
It's very orderly.
That's very orderly for Sisters Repentia, if anybody knows anything about them. I'm not saying they're not orderly, I'm just saying they're a little more crazy. They're going to come over this way. A very specifically measured area right here for the Rhino to come through. The Preacher will get out and then advance 5, so plenty of movement. He's just basically going to make sure his bubble is in effect. The Image of Fire will then get out. Such order. And just advance 1. I don't really need much. Even if I get the -2 there, this should still be fine, because it's a 9-inch aura on her to give the +1 strength. Strength characteristic, I should point out. And because I measured this so perfectly, the Rhino is going to move up to here. I was about to leave it 3 inches away, but this is 40k, not Age of Sigmar. These went as far as they could go, but it's going to kind of get a little crazy for, I'm going to have to like single file charge, but eating the Overwatch is incredibly important, because even with regular Overwatch, what do you have, 48 shots here?
Yes.
So that's 8 hits, and then your 3s to wound. I've only got a 6 up invuln. So
I'm gonna 5 up doing more damage.
I know, but they're only 1 wound each, right? So the Overwatch should destroy one of the units, but let's just not let that happen. Then we're gonna keep these Battle Sisters nice and safe inside of that Rhino for now. And we pretty much zoned at the back line. And then we're gonna come around here. We've got this middle line. Now Josh wants a fight up in the middle. I think I will oblige. So we're just going to start zipping ahead with these immolators as much as we can. This first immolator will zip up the field to here. I'm gonna just check its position to see if I have some line of sight on something to shoot at. However, this immolator can't squeeze through there, so I'm gonna advance that immolator because I won't have line of sight with this one. So an extra 4. Look at that. You like my 4s?
It's just weird consistency, man.
And then this one will take its place. So it'll be this one to fire. Then we got Celestine and her little sisters. And we're going to advance Celestine. Oh my goodness, it's a 3. What happened? What happened?
Faith in the Emperor is waning.
Still enough though.
What are you doing?
I'm inviting your shield captain to a duel. Come on up. I'm going to advance the little Geminis as well. 2, still enough. Yeah, that's enough for them to get up there too. Come on, shield captain. Come on. Let's have our own little duel up here. You can't see me to shoot me with anything, can you?
I don't have. This ain't one of those shooting armies, really.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, duel, bomber, blam. Like, oh, that's not very nice. I'm the representative of the Emperor. Like, come on. If anything, you should be protecting her. Good thing it's a training exercise. Well, that was a lot of movement. Now we've set up for some shooting. Shouldn't be like a ridiculous amount of shooting, but we should have some fun close combat scraps. So I advance with these so they cannot fire their heavy flamers because they're not, actually no, even the mortifiers can't fire their heavy flamers when they advance. But we do have a twin multi-melta to fire at this squad of Guardians. Guardians?
Custodian Guard.
Guard. Shooting through smoke, and your banner is probably within range too. So
Yes.
we got 4 shots, hitting on 4s. Oof. No rerolls anyways, because my Canoness is stuck inside the vehicle. Eventually we'll get out and get all our buffs and fun stuff. 3s to wound. That's a wound at -4 AP, so who cares about the plus your light cover?
Yep.
You're fine, you're fine. And then the Exorcist will take some pot shots at these bikes, because we can see the front one. 3d3 shots. Oh, that's better. So that's 6 shots, average. So now that we've got our 6 shots and I'm hitting on 3s, now we're gonna start to whiff. I'm just saying that. I'm not like being salty or anything. I'm just saying that's the way the dice work. 3s to hit. See? I only got 3 hits, just like last time.
I don't get it, man.
It's just dice. 3s to wound. Oh, only one of them wounded though. So you get 4 up invuln.
Yes, sir.
And you're fine. I can try to soften you up with the Storm Bolter, and then I advance them, so no bolters from them. Now we're looking at 3s and 5s, nothing. Now let's swing around all the way over here. We've got Storm Bolter, Storm Bolter. We'll do them both at the same time. While we're at it, we'll just throw a bolt pistol into the mix. Yeah, we don't have any auras or rerolls or anything that we have to worry about here. And, well, maybe cover will matter actually if you're more than 18. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't have any AP and you're a 2-up save already. So Bolter, 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 hitting on 3s and wounding on 5s. Whoops, 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 doesn't count. 1 wound. 2-up save. Yeah, you're fine. It was just, you had to do it. But she advanced, so I couldn't have fired that. So whatever, it didn't go through. Into the charge phase.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'll spend the command point on the Tanglefoot. It's probably not gonna impact anything, but it's 1 command point and whatever.
So you're gonna throw it at that.
Yes.
And so Tanglefoot grenades make it so you get to subtract d6 inches from its charge.
From its charge roll.
So, but before you roll that, I'm gonna declare a charge.
No,
You do it right now?
This is at the beginning.
Oh, so I get to see.
You get to see 100%.
Oh, that's not nearly as good as I thought.
And it doesn't matter what you charge.
I'll get this minus. So minus
Only
2, so I could still fail at a double 1, because that would make it a 0, I think. I don't know, can we reduce it? You know what? If I roll double 1, we'll check it.
We'll check it.
Okay, so I'm going to declare a charge with the Rhino into the bikes. Do you want to Overwatch?
Nope.
I didn't think so. So here we go. Command point well spent. We're just going to tag them as small as possible, which I think is here. And now we'll have this 4-strong squad of Repentia, and they're going to charge 5. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the edge of the mat like so. And then we got the other squad, which will charge as well. We're in.
Cool.
Now this is going to be kind of silly. And make sure that first one doesn't touch. So we can go in a bit more. This is going to stop some of them from fighting for sure, because they're on such large bases now. Actually, even 25 mil wouldn't matter because it's just half an inch of half an inch, right? But I'll be able to scooch some of them in there. So the Rhino's stopping some attacks, but I would have lost 3 or 4 of them to Overwatch easily. We're going to come around all the way to the other side, and the Penitent engines will declare charge into these bikes. Did you want to Overwatch with Hurricane Bolters?
I don't think it's worth it right now for the command points.
Yeah, I've got a 4-up save and a 5 of ignoring wounds on a toughness 5 wound model. I don't think Hurricane Bolters are going to kill one.
No.
So I'm going to charge. I'm going to use a miracle die though. I'm going to grab the 4 because I need a 6-inch charge. Now they don't have the order keyword, so I don't get to roll a 5+ to see if I get another one. So let's see what my charge is. It's a 7-inch charge. So we're in. So we're going to come in here with our big gangly arms. This is 7 inches. Yeah, I think with the pile in they'll all get to fight. It's going to be tough because I don't want to overlap. No, you know what? No, I think it's narrow enough. I'm just going to try right now. If they pile in and then go and fight. Yeah, only 2 of them will get to fight. It's good to know. It's a hard choice to decide which one to do, but doing the math, like I know essentially if you interrupt here, the sisters are probably dead. Now I can throw one of the stratagems on one unit of them so that they do mortal wounds to you on a 4-up. So this is where having a larger unit would be helpful. But I'll get a couple miracle dice, and your Rhino will the Rhino will still keep you tied up, so you won't. Do you have fallback and shoot stratagems?
I don't. No.
Or fallback and charge stratagems?
I don't. At the time that the codex was written, you could still fall back and shoot fly.
Right.
So there's nothing like that built in.
So they don't have any of that. So I can maybe it's throwing them away. Maybe I should have staggered the charges and kept them inside of their. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have just done 1 charge and kept them in their Rhino, let you do some stuff, and then come after you. But I don't know. This is fun too. And maybe you'll whiff your 16 strength 6 minus 3 d3 damage attacks. But doing the math here on average, you pretty much kill all 3 of these if you interrupt. So I'd like to go over here first. And then if you want to spend 2 command points and kill those Repentia, you have my blessing. We're going to back up though. I just read the Penitent Engine rules and they don't have Acts of Faith.
Ooh.
So that 4 that I used, so I rolled a 3 and a 5. Okay, I still made the charge, but I get that miracle die back. I was like, what? I thought everything had Act of Faith, even these. But they don't. Man, the more I look at their profile, the more I realize they're pretty bad. So what would you like to do defensively?
I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 on the Emperor's Auspice to get rid of your rerolls.
Okay. Now I should also point out, I forgot to mention this, you might be thinking, well, you shouldn't have charged anyways, you advanced. There's a 1 command point stratagem that a unit that advanced can charge, and that can be any sororitas, it doesn't have to be order. So I did spend a command point on that. So you're going to turn off my rerolls, which really sucks because I only hit on 4s. Because wow, mortifiers are way better in like every way than Penitent Engines. Interesting. I'm glad to know that. I'm still glad I brought Penitent Engines because they're cool and I want to try them out. But I normally have Zealot to reroll hits, so that helps out with those 4s. So 10 attacks, just hitting on 4s, no rerolls. Well, there's 4 misses, and if you really like to know, you just stopped 3 more hits.
Okay.
Those are 2 damage hits, so that's a big deal. These are strength 8-ish. No, they're 3s to wound. They're strength 8. No rerolls there, so we got 3 wounds. That's it. 2 damage apiece, minus 3. Get your 4-up invulns, otherwise they're 2 damage apiece. Oh golly, that's 4 damage.
Would be a dead bike. I'll CP reroll one of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I killed a command point. Killed. Is that 2 command points to force my rerolls to turn off?
Yes, so I'm down to 4.
So 3 command points for that.
It was pricey.
Yeah, so you lost 2 wounds on one of your bikes.
Yeah.
Would you like to go down to 2 command points and fight before my Repentia fight?
As much as I hate to do it, yes.
Yeah, I think in some ways they're more dangerous. No, not in some ways. In almost every way they're more dangerous than the Penitent Engines. So you've got 2 units of 4, and you've got your front guys within half an inch of both units.
I'm going to divvy them up 2 bikes into 1 unit and the 2 bikes into the other.
As efficiently as possible, hopefully. So start with the squad in the
Pile a little bit, but
closest to us.
right. 2s and 2s. I guess I should make
I was
all
like,
the attacks.
wait, where's the rest of your attacks? You don't get any rerolls. This is where you needed to roll 1s. 2s to wound. Look at you.
Okay.
You don't need rerolls. Well, little do you know, I have a lot of faith. So I've got 6-up invulns. I'm going to do, I haven't used any Acts of Faith yet. So I'm going to do 7 of these. Yep. And we're going to save the last one for it, because I have a 6 miracle die sitting there just waiting to happen. So if I roll a lot of 6s, I might consider using it. I don't, they're all dead. Well, they're not all dead yet, so I'll roll this last one. Aha, it was a 6. I knew it. I knew it. So 7 get through. How much damage is that? D3 apiece. This should hurt. Ha. So technically we gotta do these one at a time. So there's 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. So we'll do the 2 1s first.
Yes.
5 up to ignore. Ignored. So 1's dead so far. Well, whatever, she's gonna come soon. And these are the 2s, so 5 up. Nope. And 5 up. Nope. Okay, obviously they're dead because we're not gonna roll. Yeah, okay, they're all gone. So I get a miracle die for them all dying. And what is that miracle die? It's a 3. Okay, can you kill the other 4?
I hope.
All hits. Look at you. Can't roll a 1, can you? You're saving them for your armor saves? Seriously, that was 32 dice without a single 1. We'll do the same thing again, just in case I get super lucky. 6 up. We got 3 of them, so 4 get through. Ooh, do I miracle die the last one to make it a 6 as well? It's like a why not kind of thing, right? I know why, because no, you don't have any high damage weapons that are going after my vehicles, right? So just for the fun of it, I will use a miracle die. And they don't have, actually, I don't know if Sisters of Pensha have the order keyword. And the answer is they do not, which means I will not get to try to get another 1. So 4 get through, D3 damage apiece. Oh, we got 2 1s in there. Those 2 are probably dead, and those ones might survive. Start with the 1s. Oh, you got it.
Nice.
Unless I roll 555 plus in one of these. Close, but no cigar. So all 4 of those are dead. That's too bad. And you'll consolidate to the Rhino, who I guess will try to run you over on 6s. Oh, look, there's 6s.
No, leave him alone.
That's a wound. 2 up save. Maybe we'll see a 1 now. Still no 1s. Josh, are there 1s in your dice? Show me your dice.
Nope.
Show me your dice.
Yeah, it's actually repainted dice that you've been using the past couple games.
I do get a miracle die for that other unit that you killed, though. 3. Well, let's see if you can destroy at least a couple Penitent engines. Otherwise, I'll 3 command point fight again.
It would be really great if you didn't.
And your 2 command point stratagem, is it till the end of the phase? Probably. A lot of those
I'll
are.
double check, but I believe it is, yeah.
Maybe I won't 3 command point stratagem to fight again then, if I'm not going to get my rerolls. Hit me back.
Yep, 2s.
Josh?
I had rerolls.
I know.
Made you feel any better?
Well, I hope that you roll because you don't reroll 1s for wounding, right?
No, not with him around.
Okay, good. 3s to wound.
That's pretty good.
Joshua! Stop it. I don't get any saves from any of those. Because they don't have Shield of Faith.
Really?
Yeah. We're going to have to do these really annoyingly because...
You have 5 up to ignore. And...
Yeah, I have 5 up to ignore. I don't have any invulns, though. So the first one takes... Yeah, throw 1 more die at it. So that's 3, 4, 5. 5's to ignore. So 1 more wound on that one, so throw another die. It's 3 more. He's dead. So get rid of those 4. Next one. Keep going. It's 4, 5, 6 on the next one, but he ignores on 5s. Oh, he's only taken 2, so he's got 3 more wounds. So throw 1 more die. And another. So that's 3 more. Oh, he still has 2 more wounds. So throw your next die. Oh, that's 3 more. He's got 2 wounds left. Ah, you got him. And then you can throw the last 3 at the last guy. Maybe you get him, maybe you get him. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you get him.
Barely.
They don't even explode. Now that I've played with these once, it's just like, they are worse than mortifiers in almost every way, except they have the zealot keyword, or zealot rule, which you then shut down. So literally, 1 worse weapon skill and ballistic skill. Don't have access to heavy bolters. They don't have, well, they ignore wounds on a 5 up instead of a 6 up, so and they're slightly slower. They move 7 instead of 9. Yeah, that was just bad in every way. They were supposed to tie you down so you didn't come up and kill Celestine. But oh well, I guess if Shield Captain feels that he needs like 4 other bikes to come with him to kill Celestine.
Shield Captain, if you watch my bat reps, this guy's an idiot.
So he'll go by himself?
He's going by himself.
All right, let's do it. We don't have any morale to take. My Rhinos thankfully locked you in combat. But that was a mistake doing the double charge because he can interrupt. Now, mind you, it costs you a lot of command points because
I'm down a lot of command points, and I'm understanding more and more because so many of the command point stratagems are expensive. So Valoris just bringing him to be like, nah, I'm gonna do one of those 3 command point stratagems.
Yeah.
It's so nice.
Yeah, as long as he's on the table, you can do a stratagem for free. It doesn't matter where or who's using it.
Correct, yeah.
So essentially, it's basically 2 or 3 free command points because you're not going to waste it on a reroll or a single.
No, I mean you could if you really need to, like game
if you're desperate.
weird, but
if you're desperate, yeah. So I'm happy I tied up those bikes, but the other bike, those penitent engines did nothing. They are
2 damage.
It's going to be hard. Yeah, sorry, 2 damage. So he should be down to 2. Yeah, they're 4 wounds each. I keep thinking they're like 5 or 6. Yeah.
Luca does the same thing. I'm not sure why. Luca's
Because they look like they should be 6 wounds.
It's because the Space Marine wounds have ballooned up so
Yeah,
high.
and they're 85 points each. Now that, mind you, they have the Hurricane Bolter, so they got the damage output of 85 points. It's just the survivability of 85 points is not there. And so, because only 4 up invuln. If they had a 3 up invuln, maybe, but then that would just be. Then you just mortal wound them and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so all of a sudden my 2 flanks just fell. Thankfully holding down one of them with a rhino, but that seems kind of bleh. But yeah, now I've learned my lesson about penitent engines. It's going to be hard to bring them in the future, because I can just see that mortifiers are almost better in every way. Or just neither, to be honest. I'll bring some other stuff instead. But we'll see, we'll see. I still like to have the variety. It's just disappointing when a unit just has no super good utility, even if it's just staying power or something. So that's the end of my turn. I'm holding my 3 objectives, so that's 3 more points, so it's 6-3 as we go into Adeptus Custodes turn 2.
On to my turn. Start of the turn, I get a command point. I'm now in the world of 3 command points.
Wow.
Yeah, they're
Well,
expensive.
if there's one thing I did, I may have lost a lot of guys there, but I ate all your command points.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you got some things to kill now.
I do have things to kill now.
I was really hoping that you'd still be stuck with at least 1 penitent engine.
I assumed that I would have been. I didn't think
that was the goal. I didn't think that they would come in and kill everything. I thought maybe they'd kill 1 or 2 bikes and then just gum up the rest. But they didn't do any of that. They removed 2 wounds from 1 of the bikes and then died horribly. Shield Captain, you coming?
I will
coming
probably,
to the party? We're having a party. It's a rave.
Yeah, I can't have her going down killing other bikes and.
Yeah, on the charge, she's crazy.
I was contemplating going after the rhinos because the one's got its back hatch open apparently, which means I can shoot
that
into
means
it.
yeah, it's like armor 10, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Is your back line gonna move at all?
No, probably a little bit, but I mean, like, the point is to sit on the objectives. I can't leave the objectives.
No, and you're all objective secured, so it'll be hard for me to take them without killing you.
So I am just going to circle the wagons.
And they get your little banner in the middle of it all.
Yeah, well, back here, you shouldn't be getting shots at them unless there's something I don't know about.
Nothing that I can know. Unless there's something that I don't know about, which is quite possible. This is only my 3rd game with the Sisters of Battle.
I'm going to throw advances here, but I'm not
just move them.
far.
Just move them. You need like an extra inch or 2. Right. I know you're just basically finagling to get your auras up and
changing him to there.
Lookout sirs. And yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Now as we come around all the way to the other side.
I think these guys stay where they're at. I think
kill
the
the
bikes
rhino?
stay where they're at.
Yeah, you should be able to one-shot the rhino.
These guys continue to hold that objective. If you want to get out and shoot at me, that's fine. They're going to go around this way a little bit, I guess.
Hide.
I hate that.
The sisters are coming. The sisters are coming.
Just hold. And as soon as they're ready, stab them, stab.
So you have Terminators in
I hate to
reserve?
say it, yeah, they're not showing up yet.
Not yet. He checked. There was almost a spot right here where he could drop them, but I did just the right amount to stop that. So you'd have to bring them like over here. So I don't think you're going to find a spot in the middle. No. So they'd have to drop defensively, which is not what you want to do. Shooting phase. Who are you fighting at?
Captain on bike will shoot at the bodyguard.
The Gemini Superior or something or other. All right, rat-tat-tat. 2s to hit. Still re-rolling your own 1s. First time you roll 1s, of course, is on the captain, who in an updated book will not get to re-roll 1s.
Likely, but who knows?
Who knows? You're Custodes. You break all the rules. 3s to wound. Oh, that's a good roll. That's a good roll. So they've got 3 up saves. You don't have any AP here, right?
No.
So I'm going to roll the first 8, because then I can use a miracle die for the 9th if I need to stay alive. Are you ready for this? You understand what I'm doing?
2 wounds apiece?
They're 2 wounds apiece.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, they're dead. Well, they are characters, though. So at the end of the phase, that'll give me a miracle die. Next up.
Bikes are going to go into that sister squad there.
Okay, bring it. Hooey mama.
Give me 2s.
No re. Oh, finally some 1s without rerolls. 3s to wound. Okay, that's a little better. Maybe I survive here. Maybe. So that was 11 so far. And that was only half of them. 2s to hit. 3s to wound. Oh, that's all right. So 24 in total get through. I'm going to roll 22 dice because I could do 2 acts of faith with them to keep them alive. If I roll exceptionally well, I'll probably consider it. 3 up saves. They are all dead. Okay, 5, 10. Right there. That's all 10 of them. Wow. Okay. Goodbye. See, told you what happens. This is what happens when they get out of their bikes. If only I had that one sacred right on that they can, on a 5+, fire back. Melt a gun to the face. Into the charge phase.
Bikes will charge. Just the rhino, obviously. Oh yeah, I killed one.
Yeah, I'm not going to overwatch. 6 inches is more than enough for you to grab that objective as well. So with that, why don't you just go ahead and pile them in right now too. Actually no, because if you choose to fight somewhere first, I could interrupt and then stop them from piling into the objective.
It's true.
So keep that in mind. Punk. Oh, never mind. You're just going to touch me with that one and
go
stop me
base
from,
there.
and then you can come in around. All right, it's fine. And you want to charge Celestine?
I will.
Well,
Gonna Overwatch?
maybe I do have like a heavy flamer equivalent, so D6 shots, strength 5 -1, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think you need to roll this. You made it. Bring it in, brother. Let's fight. So where do you want to fight first?
We'll fight Celestine first.
You sure?
Yeah,
You
why not? This
sure?
is the bigger fight.
You sure?
He's yelling for everybody to let him swing at Celestine first.
Oh man,
Before
that
hitting
is
the rhinos.
that is some heretical thinking there. All right, go ahead, kill her. See if you can do it.
Looking for 2s to hit.
Oh, re-roll. It's actually because she's there now. Cause you're like, no, that's embarrassing. Re-roll. Strength.
Strength 6.
So 2s to wound. Because she is only toughness 3. Well, they all get through. AP and damage.
-3 D3.
So just the same as the other bikes. Ooh, so 5 of them get through. I've got 6 wounds, and I got a 4-up invulnerable save. Now, unfortunately, I can only do 1 act of faith, and I don't get the miracle die back because she does not have the order keyword. So we're gonna do the first 4.
Do you want to see if there's a CP reroll if you want to in there?
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
Want to reroll one?
Nope. And we're just gonna. She comes back on a 2+, but I don't ignore wounds. So right there on average, that's 8 damage that you're about to do, and I've got 6 wounds. No, it's not. No, because even 3 of them getting through. I was like, if I passed 2 of them, kind of thing. She has a 4-up invuln, right? Like I could spend a command point and a miracle die and make one of those 3s a 4, and then I could spend a miracle die to make the next one a 4 because I have a 4 over there, and then only 3 of them have passed. Then I could spend a command point for a re-roll and maybe get a 4+, and you're down to 2. But that would be 2 command points and 2 miracle dice. Well, you know what? Before I get to that decision, we'll spend a command point for a re-roll. If this doesn't get a 4+, then screw it. Okay, so the first one has gone through. Then I will spend a command point and 1 miracle die. There's a stratagem called Moment of Grace. When I go to make a hit roll, wound roll, or saving throw, for any Adeptus or Artis, not order, then I can discard 1 to 3 miracle dice and add that to that roll. So I will come over here to my miracle dice. We're going to throw away a 3. We're keeping the 2 for modifying it to a 1. So goodbye. That'll turn that 3 into a 4. And then I will actually do an act of faith. This 4, and I'll pass. So 2 of them get through. So now you can still kill her. If after all of that, you roll 6 damage on your 2d3. Okay, 4 damage, unless you want to re-roll.
I was thinking about it.
You could do it. You could do it.
Nope, that's fine. She can hang out.
All right, it's got 2 wounds left. You can hit me with your Misericordia, though.
It hits.
Hits, and it wounds, and I get a 2-up against that.
It's a -2 AP.
Oh, 4-up then. I pass. So I got 2 wounds left. Ow! I'm not going to interrupt with my Rhino, so go ahead. So you're going to pile in to grab the objective, because you have objective secured. And then kill the Rhino. 16 attacks, hitting on 2s, no re-rolls. Well, there's a 1. Winning on 5s, but since you charge, you get a re-roll here. Ooh, that's a good thing. You've only got 5 of them through so far. Although that is enough to kill it. Get a few more and make it a sure thing. Yeah, 4 more. We'll take our 6-up invulnerable save. And that's 8 of them, unless you roll abysmally on your D3s. This Rhino is a dead Rhino. It's dead. Whoa.
Oh, jeez.
6-up explodes? No. Goodbye, Rhino. Your objective. All the chargers have gone, so it's my turn. I might as well go with the Rhino over there. So make sure to touch your guy so you can't come. Ah, sorry.
Those are expensive.
I'm sorry. So you can't go after my preacher without first killing the rhino. Vroom, vroom. 6 is to hit. All right, missed. You fight back, hit on 2s. Well, the squad finally missed. 5s to wound, no rerolls. Ooh, only 4 of them. Should I get a 6-up invulnerable save against? No, all 4 get through, so you can still kill it with a good 4d3 damage roll.
Okay, come on.
Oh, no.
Nope, that's not it. 3,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 3 wounds left. Aha! And now it's time for Celestine to come after you, punk! Bah!
I don't know what she does.
Oh, she's got a blade. She's got her ardent blade. You
I
want
might spend a command point to make you -1. Your strength 7?
Strength 7, and your toughness 6, so I'm wounding you on 3s. So I'll be hitting you on 2s, no rerolls. Wounding you on 3s, and then -3 AP, 2 damage.
I'm a dum-dum. I'll let you just swing.
Oh, and you're probably going to survive this just fine.
Yeah.
2s to hit. See? Gentlemen miss sometimes with 2s. Not you with your 48 attacks and 2 misses. And wounding you on 3s. No rerolls or anything. Oh, okay, we got 4 wounds. You could die to this, but not likely. How many wounds do you actually have?
9.
Okay, you can't die to this. So first off, you get your invuln, which is?
3 up.
Okay, you're fine. Well, look at you.
Captain Commander reroll. Or sorry, no, Victor of the Blood Games reroll.
Well, la, dee, da. You have been uninvited from the party. You may leave. End of your turn. No morale checks for me. You took the objective. That's 3 points right there. So that's 6 points for you, bringing you to the lead of, I believe that is now 9-6. Is that correct?
Correct.
Oof, as we go into battle round 3. Oh wait, I get a miracle die for you killing a character unit. That's just a normal sisters thing. It's a 2, and I can't re-roll it because my person with that relic is not on the table. They're in a transport. Oh, sorry, it's worth 2 points. Ooh, big difference. Although, not really, because it's really about how much we take the objectives from each other, right? This is gonna be tough to deal with, but deal with it I will. Actually, probably not. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Beginning of the battle round, I get a miracle die. It's a 6, yes. And Celestine on the table. The beginning of my turn gets me a miracle die. A 4, that's healthy. So here are my miracle dice. Miracle. Command phase, I go back up to 9 command points. So swinging it back around to this side, hopefully you're keeping track of which side we're on right now. The sisters inside of this rhino are gonna get out. We're gonna put our heavy flamer Melta and Combi Melta out front. And then, like I said, these are supposed to be larger bases, so I'm just going to kind of spread them out as if they're larger bases. And then they are going to move forward and get in range of those bikes. So they're going to move their 6. So we're basically going to go for, let's see how much of your army we can kill right now, and maybe that'll allow us to eke back into this game, because right now we're doing pretty poorly. You've killed a lot of our stuff, I've done very little damage to you, and I'm losing my firepower quickly. And the rhino will obviously fall back, but we're going to make sure we don't block line of sight. And then these 2 will just hop inside the rhino, because they have no purpose right now. Well, although part of me wants to charge a character at you. You know what? Yeah, because I want more miracle dice.
It would stop the stooping dive.
The what?
My
like charging me?
points,
Because I'm too close to you? Or because I charge you first?
At the end of your charge phase, I do it.
I see.
So if I'm engaged, I can't.
I see. And I think about Overwatch, Preacher's going to come out first. Or Preacher's going to come out too. We're both coming for you! Watch out, I got a stick with a book on the end.
Does he have 2 arms?
Nope, he's armless. Well, not armless, he's armless. Like he's got less arms. Now we're going to come back over here. We're going to advance this unit of sisters. Booyah, 3. Which is not enough for them to get back in that transport. I should have moved it first.
Just move it back.
Oh, fine, thank you. That was the intent, was to get in the transport. Basically, I wanted to move it over here, and then they would run into the transport. Now that's enough. All right, get inside. Woo! There's hurricane bolters out there. It's a hurricane. When they said it was a tempest, I didn't know they meant literally hurricane bolters. No, they're inside that right now. The exorcist will just kind of reposition to look more ominous and organist. Get it? Isn't working. And also, I'm going to move back so you can't do your stratagem to charge me. We're going to leave Celestine in there because if you kill her and she doesn't come back, I can spend a command point and get D3 miracle dice. If you kill her, she might come back and then go after her, harass something else, or at least keep you pinned there. We'll see. But we're getting out of here, and we're going to assault that side. So we're going to go swing back the camera to that side and bring everything out. Oh, that's the after. It took me a lot of finagling to get them exactly where I wanted. Dominion squad getting out and getting within 6-inch range for all of their meltas against this squad. Retributors getting out. They don't really care as much. They got a good strategy to make it nice and long and be able to shoot everything. Just making sure the combi flamer gets in within range so we can do some good old Holy Trinity. And blessing by bolter, flame, and melta. And then the canoness and dialogue. They both have a 9-inch aura. Her rod of office gives it a 9-inch aura, and her relic that I gave her makes it a 9-inch aura as well. So all of these squads will have the benefits of both of them, including the rhinos. So yeah, being able to reroll 1s to hit from her, and be able to modify miracle dice by 1 for her. Now it's a real interesting game of the proper order of everything. Order of operations here is going to be rather important. For example, the simulacrum says that I can do an act of faith even if an act of faith has already been done. But if they go first and do an act of faith, I can't just be like, well, that was a simulacrum's act of faith, because that's not what the rule says. It doesn't say they do an act of faith and it doesn't count towards the number of act of faiths. It just says they can do one even if one's already been done. And I don't have any simulacrums in these 2 units. I do have 2 animal cherubs though, which should be devastating. So we're gonna start with the Dominion squad because they're all perfectly within 6 inches. Well, some of the on the back are just within 6 inches of one of this unit. I'm not worried about your cover because it's a -4 meltas. So really you're just gonna be taking your 3-up invulns on everything. So we're gonna have all 4 of them. There's a combi melted there. I will not fire the bolter portion of it, so I don't get the -1 to hit. So 5 meltas going into them. So I'm gonna start with 4 of them because I might decide to use a miracle die on another one, just to see if I can eke through it. Because technically I can roll and resolve every attack, right? But we've said that we're going to do them all at once. And so I'm not going to wait for Josh to fail his saves before I decide what to do. I know rules is written, we do, but because I don't want to start switching up how we do our house rule. So we got 3s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Ooh, they all hit. So I'm not going to miracle die the last one because 4 hits is pretty good. 3s to hit. Okay, didn't need to. So all 5 of them hit. Now they're strength 8, wounding you on 3s. You're not using a stratagem on them to make me only wound you on 4s? You're going to save that for them?
Likely.
Yeah, probably, because I have a stratagem to make them +1 to wound, and you don't want me to use that. So 3s to wound. Do I use a miracle die here? You know what I'll do the verse for? Oh, golly. Oh, my goodness. These are 3 damage apiece, so every 3-up invuln that you fail is a dead guard. But they're 3-up invulns, so you're fine, right? Oh no, are you gonna command point reroll one of those?
No.
That was pretty darn effective.
That worked out nice.
It did indeed. Well, that was a good start. Let's try to finish him off with the twin multi-melta. Blammo, let's do the 3 first shots. Yeah, you know what, let's just keep this. 3s to wound, or 3s to hit still. So all the 3 out of 4 hit, wounding you on 3s. 2 wounds, each of them are minimum 3 damage as well. And you're alive, you punk.
He's fine.
Let's go to the Retributors. Retributors, sorry. And we're gonna use their Retribution Storm whatever thingy and have all their multi-meltas plus 12-inch range and +1 damage, ridiculousness. And I'm gonna declare, I'm gonna split it actually. I'm gonna put 3 multi-meltas into your bikes and 1 multi-melta into this guy. So I do have those 2 ammo cherubs, so that one guy could fire up to 3.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I don't know if he can fire 3 times. I'll have to double check that. I don't know if I can use it, but he could fire at least twice. And so, before I declare any stratagems,
I'll go for the Arcane Genetic Alchemy on the bike squad.
Is that 1 or 2 command points?
It's 2.
Oof. So you're down to 1.
Yep.
And that lets you, I can't wound you, I'm better than a 4.
Correct.
So there's no point in doing the Holy Trinity, which I couldn't do anyways, because, sorry, the combi flamer is going on over here as well. And I'll fire both profiles, because the Holy Trinity only works if all of them fire at the same thing. And you get a flamer, melta, and bolter in there, which is what the combi flamer is for. But knowing Josh could just negate that, I wasn't going to bother. So let's do that. Let's start with trying to kill him. The multi-melta. This is where I might want to use Miracle Dice. Let's do the first one. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to spend 2 command points on Faith and Fury, which allows me, I'll spend it technically after I do my Act of Faith and use the 3. and it allows me to use it as the wound roll as well. So it's automatically a hit and a wound of 3. And then I get a miracle die back on a 5+. Nope, that's my first try, and it hasn't worked yet. Oh, sorry, that was my other shot missed. So that's, we'll resolve that before the ammo cherub. Oh, unless you're gonna use your last command point for a reroll there, he is dead. Okay, now let's do all the rest of them into the bikes. So we've got 3 more multi-meltas. Let's start with those. These are all minimum 4 damage, so they just kill bikes. 3s to hit. No, 4s to hit. You've got some smoke cover. Rerolling 1s. Oh, bad roll, but there's no 3s. Oh no, we got 4 of them so far. Wounding on 4s because Joshua is just a master of survival. Oh, it didn't really matter. So one of those gets through. You know what, before you even roll your save, I'm going to use both my ammo cherubs and 2 of the guys and fire 4 more multi-melta shots. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1. Oof. And wounding on 4s. I'm using a command point and re-roll right there. Nah, no, I'm not. So 2 of them only get through. You get 4 up invulns. Every failed one is a dead guy. 1 dead guy from all of that, and I've used both my ammo cherubs as well. That's rough. Boop. I'll fire the twin multi-melta from the
you
Rhino.
get the flamer too, right?
Oh, sorry, yes, the flamer. So we'll do the bolter first. It was rapid fire. Both hit. Wound on 5, so that doesn't do anything. And then the flamer hits twice and wounds neither. Now the twin multi-melta into them as well, hitting on 4s. Ooh, it's keeping you alive. Reroll the 1. That's 1 less hit. Still got that transhuman whatever. 4s to wound only.
Arcane genetic alchemy. Is that melter range still?
Yes. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep that. Make your 4 up invuln. I've already been burning enough command points. Oh, you failed it. Okay, that makes it worth it. So 1 more dies. Sorry, it's +2 damage at that range. So damage roll. Yeah, 8 damage. Take 2 of them away. It's so hard that it killed 2 of them. Cause shit, it's melted. The slag from the one covers the other one, burning him to death too.
Brother, no.
Oh, this is a lot of firepower to kill a handful of guys, but to be honest, a handful of guys is a lot of points. So this Battle Sister squad is going to fire. They got Heavy Flamer, Melta Gun in range. Combi Melta will just fire the Melta because at this point we're not getting -1 to hit. And then we'll just do bolters. And I'm not in Melta range for any of these. So we'll start with the 2 Melta Guns. And I could do another Act of Faith here. So let's do the first Melta Gun. Hitting on a 3. It's great, we're doing it. Other one's gonna auto hit with this 3. Let's see if we get it back on a 5+. Yay, we get it back. What is it? It's a 6. Ooh. So 2 hits then from those Meltas. Wounding you on 4s because you're still transhuman. Ooh, do I reroll this? It's not Melta range, these are just D6 damage. Nah, not rerolling it. Let's just keep smacking you. So you get a 4 up invuln. Oh, you have 1 last reroll, right? You have a command point?
I haven't spent it yet, yep.
Did you want to use it there?
Nope.
Okay, here we go.
Do it?
Have I already spent a reroll stratagem? No, I've spent a stratagem to use miracle dice and stuff, but D6 damage. Oh, it kills another one.
It does it.
Oh, Heavy Flamer. D6 auto hits. 6 auto hits.
Stop.
Wounding you on, what's your toughness?
6.
Okay, 5's to wound then. Only 1 wound. No rerolls to wounds. -1. Was this a 3 up?
Yes.
You're good. And then some bolters. Bolters, hilarious, right? 3's to hit. Reroll 1s. The canoness is watching. Oh, they all hit. Look at that precision fire. 5's to wound. We have faith. 2 wounds. No rerolls. No AP. 2 up saves. Oh, you're fine. We knew you were fine. See that guy without an arm? Turns out he had one of his eyes replaced with a laser. He's actually, he's armed with a last pistol, but it's a last pistol from his eye.
Take it easy, Commissar Yarrick.
He's a special preacher. And he blamos it at you, hit on 4s. Oh, he forgot to look at you. He blinked! He blinked! Oh, my eyelid! My eyelid! They're gonna hurl a crack grenade at you. 3's to hit.
It's rude.
Oh, I'm not anywhere near to be able to reroll that. Bam! So that was all that firing on this side. I'm pretty happy with that, to be honest. Like, I wasn't, as you can see, I wasn't expecting to wipe everything out, because that's why these two are standing here like, charge!
Get them!
Get us more miracle dice! But unfortunately now, the gambit to get miracle dice by losing them is no longer any good, because I don't get miracle dice more than once. It's like each at the end of each phase, unless there's other things given it to me, but I get it for killing something or for losing a character. But if I lose a character and kill something, I still only get 1 miracle die. Although now I say that, they're gonna lose their life in the fight phase, so I will get another miracle die for that. But let's swing over here. We've got Stormbolter to fire at them, but we'll start with the Exorcist. Let's start with the Exorcist. Now, is this where I want to do a good stratagem? Let me double check it. I'm gonna spend a command point on Devastating Refrain, and all of a sudden she's gonna go on the keyboards and go, no, 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 choo, 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 choo. A bunch of missiles come out after them. This allows me, when I roll the 3d3 number of shots, I can reroll any or all of the dice. So we get, yep, let's keep the 4 and the 6. That's 5 shots so far. Yeah, 2 more. Yeah, that's worth it. Command point for 2 more shots. I got no Acts of Faith left. I've already used them this phase. I got nothing left. I think I've even used a command point reroll. And we're just going, have I? No, I was ready for 1 for damage, but whatever. 3s to hit. Oh, come on. We're gonna pretend that these 2 hits were the extra 2 and not one of those little.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
3s to wound. You know what? I'm gonna use a command. No.
You want to save it for the damage?
Yeah. No, because you only have 2 damage on the one. Yeah. No, I'm not doing it. Not worth it. 4 up in bones. Okay, 1 gets through. Let's do 2 damage. Die! That was a command point reroll, thank you very much. Should have fired the Stormbolter. If this Stormbolter goes over with these 2 shots from that
I'm
rhino
gonna be so
and takes
happy.
1 wound off of a guy, I want it to not do any damage. It did no damage. There you go.
Okay.
See? It was perfectly tactically sound to do exactly what I just did there. Let's come back to this side. I'm going to declare, well, first off, at the end of that shooting phase, I get a miracle die. Let's do that. So miracle die will be a 2. So I got 2, 2, 2, 4, 6, 6. Charge phase. Preacher's going to declare charge. You want an Overwatch?
No. Yeah, I'm going to get 2 hits.
You got 1 command point. He makes his charge. Punk. You're going to regret that.
What's with the punk?
Because he's going to kill you. Image of Fire will also charge. 7 and get in. You've only got 1 command point left, right?
Yep.
No interruptions for you, punk. Been watching lots of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. What can I say?
Okay, that's where there it is. Yeah.
Punk. We're going to start with the Preacher. You can't interrupt me, so we're going to have him whap you with that stick with the book on the end. Now, he's got 3 attacks base, +1, because he has an aura of +1 attacks to Adeptus Ministorum and Astra Militarum Infantry, of which he is 1. And he also gets an extra attack because it's a chainsword, technically. I know it doesn't look like one, but it's a chainsword. Just, you gotta believe me, all right? Just believe me.
I believe you.
He's a zealot, all right? So he's gonna hit on 4s, re-rolling.
Oh no.
This is gonna be so pathetic. All right, we got 2 hits so far. Oh, you're in trouble now. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the +1 strength from the Image of Fire. It's only friendly order units, which she is. She's one of the few characters that actually is order. And so we got 3 hits. These are just strength 3. You're gonna be so embarrassed. Watch this, 666. 8, 11. Well, now it's her turn. She's gonna hit you with the butt of her bolt gun. That's right, she doesn't even have a close combat weapon, but she's oven, you know, the default. 3 attacks base, +1 from the Preacher. Preacher's like, hit him better! Now she has strength 4 instead of 3, thanks to her icon, so she'll be winning on 5s, not 6s.
Ooh.
When she hits on 3s, no rerolls, unless I'm gonna use an Act of Faith, but I'm not. Oh, look at that, we don't need Acts of Faith. I mean, sorry, yes, Emperor. Yes, Emperor. 5s to wound. You ready? I'm gonna roll 4 5 pluses and you're gonna fail all the 2-up saves.
That could happen.
I got 1. And you passed it. That's
Huzzah.
That's not what I said would happen, Josh.
No, that's, you lied.
How would you like to hit me back? There's 4 wounds on her and 3 or 4 wounds on the Preacher.
I'm stabbing Celestine.
Well, oh yeah, I guess. But I'll let you can do it over here first and then go over there.
Okay.
Yeah, because I understand.
Where are the wounds?
Yeah, they each have 4 wounds, or each toughness 3. She's got a 6-up invuln from Shield of Faith, and he's got a 4-up invuln from his Rosarius.
I got 4 attacks, I'll just split it evenly.
Okay. and then you'll kill neither.
I know. Into the preacher.
Oh,
Hit.
okay. That could be wrong.
Okay,
Oh,
only one wounding hit.
you got a command point. You could re-roll it.
No. No.
You really want to use that last command point, Josh?
I'm gonna no, not on that.
Oh, he does not have enough faith. He realized his whapping stick didn't do anything. 1 damage!
See?
And then he's now has renewed faith in the Emperor because that lance did not kill him. 1 wound to him. Can he kill the Image of Fire? 2 hits. Oh,
Nope.
sure you don't want a command
Something,
point
something
reroll?
the Emperor.
6 up, invuln. Because you're -3.
-3, yeah.
Oh, that's what he wanted. D3 damage. Oh,
See?
you put
4
all
more turns of this and I'll get you.
3. I keep tying up these bikes, but you were supposed to kill the character to give me a miracle die, Josh.
You're welcome.
He's supposed to leave the preacher alive and I lose her then. He's tied up and I get a miracle die. And now the epic battle between Celestine, who will come back when she dies, and the shield captain, who won't die. But you get to go first, because I wasn't trying to bait you into doing it out of order.
Right.
2's to hit.
I was very focused.
It's fine. 2's to wound. Oh, that's embarrassing.
Use the captain, or use the.
Oh, you're not
blood
going to save
games
it for
reroll.
you're not going to
Nah,
save
I'll
it for
be
your
fine.
save. Oh, you're going to be fine, you say. Well, what if I make my 5/4 up invulns?
Well, I'll be embarrassed.
Well, I'm going to use 4 of them because I can use an act of faith on
Okay.
her. You ready?
Do it.
Okay, no. Because even if I re-roll that, well, you're only D3. No. Matthew, stop it. Oh, look at that. All right, 2 get through. D3 damage each. She's got 2 wounds left. She's automatically dead. Why are you rolling?
I don't know. You put the camera there and said that way.
So she dies. You get to consolidate. Doesn't matter. She goes back as close to the
I
original
know, he's
position.
just looking at it.
He's looking at the corpse. Are you down?
Poking it with the spear.
At the end of the phase, she comes back on a 2+ with all of her wounds. Yay! As close as possible, but not in combat. Wait, actually, let me check the second part. Yeah, it has to be more than an inch away. That's too bad. But as close as possible, so she's just outside of that spot. So she just gets back up, glares that evil glare. I mean, sorry, the good glare. It's the mom glare. Like, how dare you?
This is the worst place to get back up. He's not even a good fighter.
Let's fight again. Well, not right now, obviously. That's the end of my turn.
Point.
You are leadership 9 over here. I don't have any leadership debuffs, so losing 3 of your buddies just doesn't shake him. He's like, whatever. The Emperor will make more. He hasn't for 10,000 years, but what's to say that he won't start now? At the end of my turn, I get 2 victory points. I was not able to move on to that objective, even though I got you off of it. And so I'm in trouble victory point-wise, because that makes the score 9-5.
No, it's 8-8.
Why is it 8-8? Oh, right. Because I went after you.
Yes.
No, you went after me. Yeah. So
You went first.
So I've had.
I get another turn to
Yeah.
score.
So 8-8 as we go into Adeptus Custodes turn 2.
In my turn, I get a command point. I'm back to the world of 2 command points.
Ooh.
That's for Custodes. That's pretty good, man. I spent 4 at the beginning of the game.
Well, you also have Buddy Boy, who lets you do 1 stratagem for free per game.
Right.
So that could easily be another 2 or 3 command points because you're not going to spend it on like a 1 command
I'm
point stratagem.
going to spend out a 3 command point stratagem in a minute. The one where the Terminator's coming close to the banner.
Ooh.
Fancy. Bike's going to go and do bike things and move up.
You're leaving the objective behind.
That's okay.
Guaranteed 2 points. All right, fine. What about the shield captain? Is he going to stick around and
Hey,
fight?
he's going to hang out right there.
I think that seems the warlord versus warlord.
He's not the warlord.
He's not.
No.
But you made him the captain commander.
Yeah. He's not the warlord. This is like the biggest of bosses,
For the Shadowkeepers?
just for custodians in general. I don't think he actually has a thing.
Oh, okay. So where are you going to move?
These guys are going to advance. An extra 3.
Oh, okay. We got to go.
Oop.
Everybody pay attention to the battlefield. See where everything is. We're going to come all the way over here for a moment. Can you get to the objective with that?
I hope so. I've used 4 of mine. What did I roll? 3?
So you can move 9 total.
5 inches.
So you're out of range then.
Yeah. It just gets me to there. No,
Did you
no,
wanna-
no, no. Gets me to there.
Did you want to re-roll that, or are you?
I'm not going to re-roll it. They're just going to hang out back here.
Okay, so they changed their mind. It's like, no, we don't want to get hit by all the multi-meltas. And now we come back over here.
Yeah, over here, I think these guys are honestly just doing the truffle shuffle.
And then
themselves there.
you're going to run.
Banner's going
Roll
to
a 1,
advance.
roll a 1, roll a 1,
Go.
1, 1, roll a 1, roll a 1. That's a 4, 4, 4. That's for ones, that's for ones, that's for one. Because you have a 3 command point stratagem that you can teleport your Terminators within 6 inches of him and more than 3 inches from me.
Correct, yeah.
And just wreck.
Now that you've said it out loud, I'm going to double check it to see if that's the right wording.
Sounds right, because I know the Dark Angels have one, or Space Marines have one, or something like that.
Valoris is just going to...
Oh, is he finally going to do something?
He's going to run.
Mighty Warlord of all the Custodians, and he's just going to sit in the back?
He's observing this fight.
Let's go to the observation booth for that. That's what that's for. And now you'll use the Vexilla Teleport Homer to bring in the Terminators, but more than 3 inches away from me, wholly within 6 inches of your banner. So basically, like right here, right? Yeah. Welcome to the fight. Where have you been? Look at the size of those bases.
They're
enormous.
Large bases. The regular Custodes Terminators aren't on this big of bases, but the four-drilled ones are for whatever reason.
Because they're chonky. Look at the size of them. And they can fire twice or double their shots.
I can double their shots.
Well, that's going to hurt.
I did have to pop the Moment Shackle to use that stratagem.
What? Oh, yeah, his
Yeah.
once per game, do a stratagem for free.
Yes.
Or fight twice, or fight whatever.
He fights again at the end of the fight phase, or he gets wounds back.
Like 3 wounds back, right?
I think it's D3.
I thought you said that it was FAQ to be just flat 3.
No, the FAQ was
Oh,
to...
no, the stratagem of getting D3 command points back became
That was
just
just- it
stratagem
cost
was
0.
free. I see. Shooting phase.
Right. We're going to start with the captain up there.
Oh, ow.
Kill the zombie, flying zombie.
2's to hit. Oh, she's right there, so you get to reroll 1s. Just in case anybody's confused, it's his own rerolls. I'm just making a joke.
Right.
I don't want people to be like, she doesn't hand out rerolls,
That's
let
not
alone
how
to the
that
enemy.
works.
Don't want to confuse anybody. Only 7 wounds? You're not going to kill her with that. It's got a 2-up save. I'd have to roll 6 1s. There's 0 1s, Josh.
That's a
It
good
didn't do
save.
anything.
I didn't know she had that good of a save.
What do you expect? She's like the Emperor incarnate.
Let's go here. I think this is going to be overkill, but I really want that big squad. This is just one big squad?
No, that's a Dominion squad right there, and the Retributors you can't see.
Oh!
So you can kill the Dominions, but not the Retributors.
Dang.
That's right. What are you, 4 wound Terminators?
Yes.
Huh. Neat. I've got just the cure for that. Well, maybe.
Gotta reconsider something.
Are you 4 up in bones? Oh yeah. Goodbye, Terminators.
Gonna...
So now that you realize there's just 5 to kill. Now they are 5 up in vuln. I don't know if that matters though. What's the AP of your bolters?
it's only AP1.
So 4 up saves. So, yeah.
I got 1 at a rapid fire. Nope, 2 at a rapid fire.
So are you going to use the extra shots or not?
I will pop the one for the superior fire patterns to double the amount of shots.
Just make sure they're dead, right?
Yeah.
So it's only 1 command point to do that.
Yes.
Nuts. 2's to hit, rerolling 1s, because your super huge commander of all awesomeness, Adeptus Custodes, is nearby.
Look at this, sir.
Oh, I'm
And
sorry,
this
sir.
one.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
He's fired. He's fired. 3's to wound, rerolling 1s, because he's also watching the bolt rounds as they go out, and they are afraid of him too.
Staring at him.
Oh, look at that. They're like, yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir. These are -1 AP.
Yes.
I don't really have any cover. Nah. Might be able to finagle one of them, but I don't think it's worth it. 19 wounds in total, 4 up saves. So I save. Okay, I'm gonna save one of them for a miracle die. Ah! They rolled really well, but they still died because there's
That
5
was
of them.
close, though.
That was a
Okay.
good roll. Bye, Dominion Squad. See ya. Next shooting, bikes into what? Exorcist or Rhino?
What's the toughest on the Exorcist?
8.
Oh, whatever. Fine.
Okay.
Exorcist. Okay, so this is the first volley.
2's to hit. Oh, look at those 1s.
Embarrassing.
6's to wound. 1 so far. Do that again. 2's to hit.
Heard you like... See...
6's to wound. Hey, 3 more! You just quadrupled your number of wounds. 4 wounds in total. 3 up saves. Oh, yeah. Charge phase.
Shield Captain?
Come on in.
Do you want me to roll it?
Nope.
You gonna Overwatch?
Nope. Nice try. You really think I'd fall for that?
Maybe.
I'm having a hard time deciding if I want to Overwatch there or if I'm going to Overwatch here. Twin multi-meltas. Remember, I hit on 5s in Overwatch. Those multi-meltas will be D6 plus 2 damage, but only 4 shots. This is going to be D6 damage, but it's 3D3 shots, and I could spend a command point and make that re-rolling as well. So I should, on average, get 6, 7, maybe 8 hits or shots.
I'll charge here first.
Charge there. You know what? I'm going to use it there.
Okay.
Final choice. And sorry, are you just declaring a charge into 1 immolator?
Just into the one, yeah. I
Okay,
need to.
You could always consolidate to the other. Although
That's the idea. I can't swing at it, but
well, yeah, and then it gets -1 to shoot you. Although
but if it wants to shoot
it
me,
probably
then they're
wants to
not
fall.
shooting me.
Yeah, it probably falls back unless the retributors do it. Okay, I will Overwatch there with the Immolator. So the Immolator has 4 multi-melta shots, and these will hit on 5s. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna roll the first 3, and if they all hit, then I won't go grab that miracle die and make another hit.
Okay.
So 5s to hit, re-rolling 1s. We got 1 hit. Okay, totally getting a miracle die. I'm gonna take the 4 and use a Dialogus to turn it into a 5. I'm gonna double check that she lets that happen to anybody, not just infantry. And the answer is yes. I can do it. The question is, do I spend 2 command points and automatically make that wound on a 5 too? I think I'd rather just save it and use command points to re-roll it, because now I'm wounding you on 3s. Is that
Yes.
correct? That is correct.
That is correct.
Whenever I use a miracle die, I get it back on a 5+. No, okay. I don't get it back. I get another miracle die. 3s to wound. Oh, golly. I'm command pointing that. I want to kill one of them. Yeah, okay. -4, so you get your 4 up invulnerable save. Yeah! Oh.
I made it.
Oh, well. Tried. We spent 2 command points and a miracle die for nothing. Double 1! 6-inch charge. Yeah, that's enough for you to achieve your goal, which is kill the 1 Immolator and then consolidate into the other Immolator. Just watch out, it might run you over.
It's true.
Yeah, there we go. Over here, you're going to declare a charge just into the Exorcist.
Yes, sir.
You can just move him in unless you actually want to move really far.
I'm gonna roll it just to see how far I could move.
5 inches. It's pretty healthy.
Yeah.
The objective is yours.
Unless you kill me.
I can't. Like, I literally cannot.
It's true.
Even one of them. Into the fight phase.
See if I can kill her again.
Technically, you never killed her the first time, which is really embarrassing of you.
She
Choose to
seems
hit.
pretty dead.
2s to wound, re-rolling, right?
Yes, sir.
Because you charged. 4 up invulnerable save. You know, I'm going to roll 4 of these. Huh. Doesn't matter if she stays alive. You know, I'm just rolling the last one. Okay, well, she's most likely dead. On average, she's dead. 3d3 damage. Oh, unless you want to re-roll that.
That's so not worth it, though.
She's got 1 wound. Oh, you're doing it. You do. Oh! Oh! She's alive. I'm sorry for cutting out the microphone with all those rolls. She's alive. Oh, you still got a little knife. You got the knife. That's a hit. Wound on a 2? I don't know, something like that.
I think it was a 3, but
Probably a 3. 2 up save.
it's -2, but still, yeah. You
Oh,
did it.
4 up save. I'm not interrupting.
Okay, yep. Let's just keep going.
I'm not spending 2 command points to have her hit you back when I can just do it later. 2s to hit.
Oh no, they're starting to miss.
It's bound to happen eventually. 5s to wound, but re-rolling. Oh. Oh my.
Golly.
Oh my. Only 3 of them. Not enough to kill it. -3. I'm sure those Terminators will take an Immolator. You know what? 6 up. These are 2d3 damage. Oh, I'm just gonna roll it. All right, 3d3 damage. So 3, 4, 5. It's down to half. It is bracketed a bit. Next up, you charge my Immolator. You can just go ahead and tag the other one right now. It doesn't really matter. You can't attack it. Now you're going to power fist it. Give it the fist.
Those are
You got your gauntlets.
yes, sir.
2s to hit, or is it -1 to hit?
Not -1 to hit.
Why not?
Because they're gauntlets.
Oh, I see. They're gauntlets.
You got the boss nearby?
Reroll 1s. They all hit. 3s to wound, rerolling 1s. I think you're going to get this.
I think I did.
Well,
Oh, yes, you
I
get
still
an
have an
invuln save.
invuln. We'll see. So there's 14 of them. So I'll roll 13 of them. You never know, right?
They're 2 damage apiece.
6 up invulns. Yeah, I'll just make it. It dies. Now the question is, do I spend a command point and auto blow it up? Because I can do that. How many wounds do they have each? 4?
4.
Oh no, I'm not gonna bother. I'll just roll a 6. Ha! I did! That's bad. That hits my other Immolator for 2 mortal wounds and your Terminators for 1 mortal wound. Yeah, because my multi-meltas are gonna be damage 4 minimum, so I don't need to chip off wounds. So 3 wounds off of that and 2 off of my Rhino. Sorry, Immolator, not Rhino. Go there. All the chargers are done, so I'm gonna have my Image of Fire go next. I have 4 attacks as a Preacher, hitting on 3s. Not real close enough for the rerolls. Winning on 5s. 1 wound. Good sir, no AP.
You want to throw the other one in too?
Well, you get to go next.
Oh yeah, it's back and forth. Good
Yeah.
call. I'm okay.
So how do you want to divide your attacks?
Which one didn't swing at me?
The preacher. The 4-up invuln one. He's got 5 attacks though.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna split him again.
Oh golly, you're never gonna kill them.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Kill her so I get my miracle dice.
Kept the preacher.
Choose to hit no. Hey, you wounded him. 4-up invuln. Oh, you could kill him. Roll 3 on that D3. Oh, you got him. Little punk is gone. And then what about the image of fire? Choose to hit. Choose to wound, right? Are you strength 6?
Strength 6.
Minus
3.
6-up invuln. Ooh, D3 damage. He's got 3 wounds left. Oh, you want to reroll that?
No. I use my command point.
Okay. Gonna try to run you over with the immolator. I miss. And then 1 wound Celestine's coming after your shield captain. 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. She's strength 7. So
Yes.
3s to wound. Oh, that's a little better. You get your invuln and they're 2 damage apiece. There's 5 of them. So your invuln 3s?
3s. And then the...
Yeah, your once per thing reroll. I
What
know.
games?
Although, didn't you use it already for your hit?
No, I used it on a wound... I used that command point reroll on the wound roll.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In retrospect, I shouldn't have.
Right, of course, because you could just use it here.
Yeah.
You're fine then. Did I already have the Exorcist try to run you over?
I don't think so.
No, it's D3 attacks. 6s to hit, we're fine. Nothing. No morale. You killed the wrong character, so I still don't get a miracle die. You killed one of my units, but I don't get any miracle dice for that unless I'm Order of the Martyred Lady. And I didn't kill anything of yours. And so, points-wise, you took this objective, got 2 points, and you're holding 2 of your own, so that's 4. So that makes the score 12 to 8. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Let's go to battle round 4. Beginning of the battle round, I get a miracle die, which I cannot reroll because it's not during a turn. 5, and then I get the one at the beginning of my turn, thanks to Celestine still being alive, which I can reroll because my Canoness is on the table. So now it's a 4. 5 and a 4. Not bad. Add that to the pool of these white ones. And then in my command phase, I get a command point, bringing me back up to 4. Movement phase, Celestine is going to fall back. She's going to drop down to right here, 12 inches, infinite vertical, like so. This immolator will fall back to here. You know what, actually, I'm going to fall her back to here, and then the immolator will fall back to here to give her a lookout, sir. I know you can come down and kill her, but it'll give you less options to kill her. We're going to swing around. I apologize for the constant change of the camera angle, but this board necessitates it. And these retributors want some retribution. Get it?
That's a good one, Matthew.
Thank you. I came up with it all by myself. And they're going to move over here though, because I want to get ready to grab that next objective if they're still alive somehow. They're obviously in Melta range because they're 24-inch range, and they can move and fire heavy weapons without penalty. Image of Fire will fall back and embark inside of the Rhino. We're going to have this Rhino move forward. If it could go through and try to get the objective, it would, but it might just have to satisfy itself if I don't kill you with my Melta guns, tying you up again in close combat. Although it's only got 3 wounds left. Oh, but maybe when it dies, she'll die and I'll get a miracle die. You're going to kill me somehow. Here it comes. Holy Trinity coming your way. +1 to wound, unless you want to spend... Oh no, you don't have any command points. Ooh, this is like free reign. It feels weird that you don't have any command points. My Canoness will jog behind them. I'm going to throw an advance on her actually, just to go a little further, so that we have room for the Dialogus, who will also advance. 4 is fine, whatever. She'll come right here. Shoot them first. We're so heroic. What do I do back here? These 3 bikes are just getting free reign on my back line. And they're killing everything. Now, you have no way to heroic intervene without command points over here.
Correct.
So I think my best option is just to try to endure. I'm going to pull back right there, and then fall back. Well, we're just going to barely... No, because then you can jump over it. No, you can jump over it anyways. So we'll stay over here so you can't get everything. And then this one will actually have moved over here instead. There we go. They're not going to get out. They've only got bolters. What can they do with those? Now, the Order of Sacred Rose does have a stratagem that bolters get to do 2 hits on 6s, which will be great when I have Storm Bolters, but not right now. Sorry, I failed to mention I get to spend 2 command points on Judgment of the Faithful, and the Immolator falls back. It can still shoot and charge. That's right.
That's a minor detail. You didn't
Minor detail. Well, I keep thinking as infantry are going to be able to do it, right? It's just Adeptus Sororitas, and so they can do it. They'll immediately fire at those Terminators. Punk! I'm not going to use any Acts of Faith or anything. We're just going to roll it. 3s to hit. No rerolls. I went too far away from Canoness. And then we're looking at 3s to wound, because you don't have anything to stop this. Oh, golly. 3 damage minimum, so you fail this 4 up, you don't. Well, isn't that a waste of 2 command points?
Endure.
I miscalculated my command points. I wish I hadn't done that 2 command point. Now, mind you, I still think it was a good choice. You wouldn't think 4 multi-melta shots would do nothing, but I want 3 command points left so I could do Storm of Retribution to give them +1 damage and +12 inch range on their multi-meltas, and also Holy Trinity to give them +1 to wound. I can only do one of those. Josh thinks I should do +1 damage. 2 command points to get +1 damage, or 1 command point to get +1 to wound, and then save a command point for re-rolling one of the damage dice.
You get miracle dice you can manipulate. I don't know what you can do with the miracle.
I can only do 1 miracle in each phase, and then they could do another one with the simulacrum.
Sure.
And I can modify it with her, so I could use one of those 2s. You know what? I'm doing the 1 command point. Holy Trinity. We're going to fire Combi Flamer 4 multi-meltas at them, and we're going to get +1 to wound. I want to see a lot of 2s to wound, so I feel good about this. We'll start with the 8 multi-melta shots. And these are going to hit on 3s, re-rolling 1s, thanks to the Canoness.
I might have my banner close enough. I think I likely do have my banner.
Well, you must.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. So it's hitting on 4s, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. Re-roll this 1. Oh, 2 with a miss because of your stupid banner. Oh.
I don't think the banner's stupid.
2s to wound.
I think it's a cool banner.
No 1s, so all 4 of them get through. But I didn't roll any 2s. It's a waste. It was a waste.
4?
4 of them. Yeah, you got 4 up invulns, though. You're fine. Oh, come on!
Oh, I failed 1.
Yeah, he's just dead. It's minimum 3 damage. So
Okay,
get lost. What a waste. What a waste. Combi Flamer. We'll start with the Flamer. 2 auto hits, strength 4, so I'll hold on to that. And then the Bolter has 2 shots hitting on 4s because we don't get -2 because it's combi. And then normally 5s to wound, or your toughness 5 on these?
D5, yes.
So 4s to wound because of the, when I can throw in these 2. So 4s to wound with the Flamer and Bolters. 2 more wounds. And these are at AP nothing, so 2 up saves. Wow. I'm not going to kill them at all. That right there is like game crushing. You were already going to probably win because of objectives. But now they can just dummy me. Like, holy cow, how did the 4 of them not die to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 multi-meltas, all in melter range? Well, can I at least kill this guy? Maybe? Let's fire at the Battle Sisters. Let's start the Melta Guns. We're going to be hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. I'm going to do the first one. Okay, I'll just roll the second one then. Okay, both of them hit. Now I'm wounding on 3s.
Miracle die the damage, you madman.
I know, but I have to get through to the damage first. You got a 4 up invuln. I got to get both of these through. So let's do the first wound roll. 3s to wound. Golly! Command point re-roll. Ah, it's a wound. And screw it. I'm getting a miracle die. We'll grab a 2, the dialogue, because it's nearby, so I'll make it a 3. On a 5+, I get it back. I don't get it back. And then you get 4 up invulns against these, and you negate everything. Oh, you don't! And you can't re-roll that.
Nope.
Punk. And because I am desperate to kill you, I have not yet used a miracle die for them, and they have the simulacrum. Wait, did I just use a miracle die?
I was gonna say you just.
I just did. What am I talking
it's
about?
It's over there.
I can't.
Yeah, I made
no.
you.
I can do another one because I have the simulacrum. Because they didn't use a miracle die, right?
I don't
They did not.
think so.
I didn't
no.
need to. I rolled somewhat okay. So I'll use my once per phase. Well, essentially the rule is they can do another act of faith even if an act of faith has already been done. So an act of faith has already been done, they're going to do another one. I'm going to take this 4, and I'm going to use the dialogue as to turn it to a 5.
He only's got.
I know, I'm trying to overkill him, all right? Remove him from the table. That kills something, that'll get me a miracle die. Either way, I get to get another miracle die back on a 5+. Hey, I do, and that miracle die will be a 3, which I will keep, and then at the end of the phase, I'll get another miracle die. I technically have like a bolter to shoot at you, but whatever. It's a 6, okay? Yeah, we got a storm bolter here. fire one of them. I could kill one of them. Nope, not gonna kill one of them. 5's to wound. Nah, 1 wound. 2 up. You're fine. Canoness will fire her bolt gun. We get to re-roll. We got 5's to wound. 1 wound against the Terminators, a 2-up save. You're fine. We'll throw a bolt pistol your way. I re-roll. I miss. Okay. Bolters, I suppose. 1 hit. Nothing. Well, that sucks. I was counting on those 4 Terminators being dead. Just from the Retributors, let alone from the fact that I remembered I could actually fall back and shoot with the Immolator. But you're lucky. So now I'm in deep, deep doo-doo. I'm assuming they auto-pass their morale because it's probably higher than 6?
They are higher than 6.
Yes, okay. It's probably like 9. I only got 1 point. Ugh, yeah, scenario's over for me. I just want to kill some stuff. All right, Josh, your turn. You get 1 command point.
I do. Huzzah.
All right, now kill me. End all of this. Where are you going?
I don't know yet.
Just going to the middle?
Yeah.
Like, what? We just survived 18 Meltas? We're immortal!
They just shrug it off. They don't care.
Whatever. Shield captain's coming down. Hey, leave her alone.
Nope.
Ah, I should have saved a command. Ah, whatever. I was really just trying to kill you. So many stratagems I can do as you kill me, but it doesn't work.
I'm just gonna move these guys up to grab that objective. I don't want you to get it.
You got it. Go get it.
Yay.
It's yours. I think the game's about to be over. Well, after like a bunch of dice rolling.
We're gonna have the Terminators put shots into them.
Oh, you're afraid of the Retributors, eh? You shouldn't be. They didn't hurt you.
Storm bolters.
2's to hit. Is your buddy boy nearby?
He is.
Good thing, otherwise you might not get them.
3's to wound, strength 5. Reroll the 1s.
Huh.
Okay.
-1, so I get a 4-up save. So let's do 5 of these. I don't have any command points to reroll. We're gonna act of faith. I'm gonna make you work for it. We're gonna use this 3, turn it into a 4 with the Dialogus and get it back on a 5+. No. So 3 of them die. It's not gonna matter. Gotta try anyway. Swing over to the bikes, Hurricane Bolters into the Exorcist. Do you really want to bother shooting them?
May as well. I mean, it's a lot of dice, and people like to see dice rolls, right?
Do they? Do they like to see a bajillion dice that don't do anything?
Leave a comment below. Do you want to see me roll these dice?
So there's the 2 situations that come up with that. And of course, the first one will always roll dice. If you have a million attacks that are likely to do nothing, do you like rolling those dice and seeing those dice rolled? Now, those you definitely have to roll. The second question is, if it is so ridiculously overkill what you're about to do you bother rolling at all?
Right.
Like if somebody has 30 attacks at strength, like hitting on 2s, re-rolling, strength 6, -4, 5 damage, and it's like 1 model left with a toughness 3 and a 6-up save, do you roll that?
I just, yeah, for me, that depends on the opponent. Like, if you wanted to, like, if I was doing the attack and you wanted to just pull your model, I'm fine with that. It's not a big deal.
Exactly. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know. 2's to hit with your Hurricane Bolters. Look at that, you hit. 6's to wound. Look at that, 3 wounds after all of that.
Yeah.
3-up save. I made them.
No.
Yeah. Take that, punk. Hurricane Bolter into Celestine. 2's to hit. Re-rolling. She's only got 1 wound left, so this could finish her off. And then you could just charge the Immolator and be done with it. 3's to wound. Yeah. 7 of them, 2-up saves. You got her. When she dies, I don't have any command points to do my beautiful, I get D3 command points and D3.
You didn't want to miracle dice that of all the rolls?
I guess that was a good idea, wasn't it? Nah. Well, I should have. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I think I'm dead at this point anyways.
I'm going to fire the Watcher's Axe at your thing there.
Why? Is it only 6 inches?
In retrospect, yeah, maybe I should just shoot at them instead. Those 2 sisters there.
You can fire into Retributors?
Yes.
That's
2's
smart.
to hit.
That's smarter.
I hit. 3's to wound.
What's the strength and AP of this?
It is strength 5, AP -1, 2 damage.
4-up saves. They're fine. Charge!
Spikes, charge. Do you want to roll it?
Oh wait, I got a miracle die. You killed Celestine. It's a 5. No, you don't have to roll it. And I don't have any Overwatch. Captain
gonna
charge the
charge
Immolator.
here.
Terminator's charge. They could fail if you roll double 1, I think, maybe.
Potentially.
Just roll it. Yeah, you made. Oh, you made it.
Not by much.
Ah, but you made it. Doesn't matter if it's by much.
And then Boss Man.
Oh, he doesn't have confidence in the shield captain?
Well, he wants to hit something.
It's not his job. His job is to observe and report.
He's done observing. Now he wants to play whack-a-mole. Yeah, he's in.
Come on over. I have no command points to interfere, so where do you want to start?
We'll do his attacks, because I want to learn what he does.
What's he got?
He's got 5 attacks hitting on 2s.
Reroll, right?
Yes. This is at strength 10.
3s. Reroll the 1s. Oh, AP damage?
This is minus 3d3.
No saves. He did 4. He's down to 4 wounds. Wants the shield captain to finish it off.
Technically has a Misericordia, but if the shield captain doesn't kill him, we'll just throw both their Misericordias.
Sure.
So shield captain.
2s to hit.
Look at him go. What
Strength
a champ.
what? Strength what?
This is strength 6.
So 5s to wound, rerolling.
Yes.
3 wounds at minus 3.
Yes, sir.
All 3 get through. You gotta not biff your D3 damage. You got it. Does it blow up in your face? No. There. Immolator gone. Terminators into the Retributors. This is probably one of those cases of just remove the models, right?
Hitting on 2s.
2s to hit. 2s to wound. Re-rolling. Yeah, these are AP minus 4. Who cares what the damage? It's okay though, I got my 6 up. So I'll roll 10 of them. And I'll roll the last one. Instead of Miracle dying that they're dead. Da-da. And then, can you finish off the Exorcist?
I'll try my bestest.
2s to hit, no rerolls. Ooh. 5s to wound with rerolls. Ooh, only 2 so far. Oh, 3 so far. You gotta do better than that. That's better. So minus 3, so here's the first 4. What the heck? Oh, Miracle died the last one. It's a 6. Do I get it back? Yes. What is it? It's a 2. 3 get through. And, oh, you don't kill it. It's got 1 wound left. You want to use your command point to reroll it? Do it. Do it. You got it. Does it blow up? No. Goodbye, Exorcist. Oh, jeez, that's heavy. It's metal. Okay, so I think it's safe for me to concede now. I've got a squad of sisters back there with decent weapons, and maybe they would be able to kill a Terminator or 2. And then I've got a 5-man or 5-strong squad of battle sisters there with just bolters. And you've got the back line. So, good game.
I did it.
You did it. Got to kill a bunch of stuff. You got to kill more.
You still killed a good amount, yeah.
Yeah. It was just a couple clutch ones. Let's talk about that.
All right, these 2 chumps are about to get into a post game, but I want to let you know that there is another game in the MiniWarGaming Vault right now. I'm going to play some Dark Angels, a mixed wing, all 3 actually, against Luca and the Death Guard. Now, if you're not already a Vault member, you can click the link below. Get yourself a 7-day free trial to watch that bat rep and everything else we have in the Vault. And while you're in there, you should check out all the coupon codes we have to many online stores. Enjoy the post game.
Yeah, I was making sure, when I built this list, when I first built it, I looked at it afterwards, I'm like, that's too optimized. I found myself, because I knew I was going to be fighting Custodes. So for example, I had 2 squads of Retributors. I had, like, just more high damage killing things.
Right.
And I was like, this is probably overkill. Like, not that overkill like I'm going to kill them, but more like too evident that I'm list tailoring against Custodes. To be honest though, I had expected dreadnoughts. And so when I decided to put everything inside of metal boxes, I thought that would not be overkill. But it feels like, you did fine in the end. But I was worried at first because you only had bolters and then you had to kill them in close combat. I was worried that maybe I had brought too many vehicles for that as well. But it turned out that wasn't the problem.
That was, so the list, I think I had mentioned earlier, this was one I was going to take to a tournament. Not with hopes of winning the tournament, just to see how it would do. So this was designed around match play. And Matt gave me the option to play match play, but I have more fun with the open war.
Yeah.
And I figured this list would do well enough. But yeah, it just kind of, it goes up the board and just kind of endures.
Well, and to be honest, we ended up playing with a 6-objective board, and you sat on 3 of the objectives for as long as you could.
Right.
So you kind of played it like a GT 2020 scenario.
Pretty close.
Hold on to 3 objectives, and then use your bikes to try to clear me off my objectives. That's basically GT 2020, right?
Right.
The match play stuff. So I learned a few things. Number 1, penitent engines are utter garbage, which is good. That means I have some stuff to play down with.
There's got to be something that they do amazing. I don't
Well,
know.
no. They would do fine against mass infantry with their flails and heavy flamers if you can't shut off their zealot. Because you shut off their zealot, which then just brought them from blah to like...
It didn't affect them that much in the long run, but yeah.
Oh no, sure it did.
Subpar.
There was 3 less hits. Remember I rolled it?
It's only 3 less. How many were they swinging each? Like it was 15 attacks, and you get.
Oh no, I only had 10 attacks.
You only had 10 attacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 of
And
them
there
hit,
was-
and then I rolled, and I just for fun re-rolled, and I got 3 more hits. But I'm like, I don't get those because you shut off my.
Oh, okay. That's what.
It costs 2 command points to do it. Like you soak through a lot of your command points pretty quickly.
Which is Custodes.
Yeah, and then you perfectly killed them back. If they were mortifiers, they would have been slightly more expensive, but they'd be hitting on 3s instead of 4s. They wouldn't get the re-roll, but then you wouldn't have been able to shut down that re-roll.
I would have been able to make you only wound on 4s instead for the same CP.
Yeah, I think that, so basically mortifiers and penitent engines are kind of in a bad spot that way. Mortifiers, I think, are better than penitent engines because they have the choice for heavy bolters.
Right.
And then they hit on 3s, both weapon skill and ballistic skill. And so that makes them useful. They don't have the Zealot rule. They only have ignoring wounds on a 6+ instead of a 5+. But they do blow up on a 4+. They do like a mortal wound because it's them, their last act of vengeance kind of thing. They all have access to the same stratagem of fighting a second time. So they're very similar. The mortifiers cost a bit more, and I believe it's worth it. But really where they both suffer is they don't have Axe of Faith, Shield of Faith, Sacred Rites, or the Order keyword. So all of those cool things that my army gets, they get none of them. The best thing they can benefit from is a nearby, nothing. Triumph, the Triumph of St. Catherine. She just gives all Adeptus Sororitas models +1 to hit in close combat.
Which is cool, but I mean, like, how many points are they each?
The penitent engines are only 50. So they're pretty,
Okay, so that's not bad for being
here's the big problem though. It's not their points. They take a heavy support slot.
Yeah.
You're really fighting over those with the Exorcist and mainly actually the Retributors,
Right.
which are way more effective. So my second mistake was charging the penitent engines and the Sisters Repentia at the same time, because it allowed you to not take any damage from the one and then 2 command point go against the other one. What I should have done is just advance the penitent engines and just blocked you from coming in and force you to deal with them on your turn rather than my turn. Yeah, because you block with the penitent engines, charge with one of them. Other things, I thought, am I being cheeky by bringing 2 squads of the Repentia rather than 1 big squad? And I think the answer is no, actually. That made it worse. Because it gives, while it does make them more survivable, because like Overwatch can only kill 4 of them, you have to split your attacks. It also means that all the stratagems that make them good, you don't want to bother using on them. Now, it's the Bloodied Rose order that gives them the +1 to wound in close combat. But like even if I did go with the Sisters of Repentia first, only 4 of them could attack, and the other 4 that you could then react to the other ones. So I think in that case, it was a mistake to double charge. I should have kept the Sisters Repentia in their Rhino a bit longer, and then maybe not charged either, to be honest. Now, but then the mistake was bringing penitent engines. But once again, I said that I'm like I brought them on purpose to bring my list down, but I didn't realize just how far down it would be. I wanted to see the variety in the list rather than just going for a hardcore something.
Now, do you think with the list that you played previously, would they have done substantially better against this Custodes list?
The first or second game?
Either or.
Well, that was only at 1,500 points.
True, yeah.
So you'd have to drop 500 points.
Yeah, well, the whole list would have to get retweaked and changed then.
Well, because my first list had a lot more heavy flamers in it, which are pretty useless against you.
Anything that forces saves with a little bit of AP isn't bad.
I'd rather hit the multi-melta.
Well, yeah.
But, well, you say, well, yeah, but I think that's a difference. Like, if I retooled that list, like, if I was playing against you and I really wanted to tailor, it would be 3 squads of Retributors with 4 multi-meltas in each of them, all of them inside of immolators with twin multi-meltas. And then the rest of my list would be, I don't even know. Celestine didn't seem appropriate for here. I can see how she'd be really good against other armies. But she seemed like I'd probably bring Junith, not Judith. Maybe the Order of Our Martyred Lady and do Junith, just to give that aura of rerolling 1s to hit and wound. And then still the Dialogus. I love the Dialogus. That being able to modify the Miracle Dice by 1 is huge. And a Canoness, of course, just to give that another bubble of reroll 1s to hit. Because Dialogus is an elite, so you have to have your second HQ. And then with whatever points are left over, because that's already a lot of points right there for 1,500 points. Because each squad of Retributors is it's between that and the Immolator, it's like 315 points. So you bring 3 of them, and that's 945 points.
Right.
But they're scary, and they hit hard. And they get out at the right point, and I could maybe eliminate. I don't know, it's tough against an army like yours that has a lot of invulns.
It's weird. It's super, super weird, this army. Because, I mean, like, the multi-meltas are so terrifying to me.
And yet you make a save and you just totally negate it, right?
Right. But they're 2 shots now. When they were 1 shot, they were kind of scary. Now they're 2 shots, like, oh.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah, your Terminator
And
surviving that round is lucky.
Right, and the modification to how the damage works is
Yes, that +2 damage.
super not nice.
Way better than roll 2d6 and take the best one.
Yeah.
On average, it's better.
Against my army with the 3 wound models everywhere, yes.
Yeah, it's guaranteed kills. Against things that have, like, lots of wounds, actually, I still think it's better. Because, like, d6 plus 2 gives you an average of 5.5 for your damage. 2d6 take the highest. Ooh, I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Maybe, yeah, popping light vehicles, the 2d6 could have been better, but it's so situationally meh.
No, even then, 2d6.
Well,
Whoa.
it's the chance that a single multi-melta could blow up a 6-wound vehicle. Without...
Well, that
I
would
guess
mean
the
you
other-
roll 2. Okay, so the math is simple there. If it's d6 plus 2, you've got to roll a 4 plus. So it's 50-50, right?
Yeah, you're right.
2d6, and one of them has to be a 6. What's the chance of that? Well, you do the opposite. What's the chance of getting 2d6 without a 6? Well, it's 5 out of 6 times 5 out of 6. It's 25 out of 36. You invert that. It's 9. Whoop, 25 out of 36 inverted is 11 out of 36. It's a little less than a third. So it's way worse.
Yeah.
In every, I think d6 plus 2 is way better in almost every situation. And I can't think of any. You give me any number of wounds where it is, like, situationally, if I need to do 6 damage and I roll 2d6 and I get a 6, I'm like, yeah, see, it works, it's fine. But, like, statistically, it's just, it's not better.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so yeah, the new Melta rules, all of that. I still have to kind of get used to all my stratagems too. Like, going into a turn without any command points is a big deal for me. Not because there was, like, when you kill my warlord, I could have spent a command point to get D3 command points, so I could have restocked a little bit possibly there. Spend a command point to get D3 miracle dice. Now, mind you, I'm still ending up with lots of those. So once again, advice, please. When you have lots of miracle dice, what do you use them for? Or am I just going overkill with the reason I get so many is I keep bringing that warlord trait to give me an extra one every turn. Is that unnecessary? Is that unnecessary?
I don't know what other warlord traits you end up with, though.
Well, there's the aura of +1 Involved. Then there's a bunch that buff the warlords. That's usually when you bring, like, a canoness who's a bit of a beat stick with a blessed blade or something. Those are the main ones. Off the top of my head, I can't remember all the other ones. So, I don't know. Sisters of Battle players out there, advice is appreciated. Once again, realizing I wasn't trying to build the best list. I knew Penitent Engines were bringing it down. I just didn't realize how much. It was just how bad they were. But other than that, Exorcists are interesting. I don't know if they're worth it, but I like them.
It's one of those, like, redundancy, I think. Like, one Exorcist, I actually talked to my buddy Jake about this. Like, I don't like the idea of one Exorcist because, it gets one shot, whatever. Like, bring 2 and it's so much better.
Well, they used to be D6 shots, right?
Right.
And so they was so terrifying because you'd 1 or 6. It's so much variance. But 3d3 is a lot more dependable. Even though my first time I rolled it, I rolled 3. I still got 3 hits, 3 wounds, and killed 2 of your guys.
How many points are they?
They're 195 points.
And they were T8 chassis?
Yeah.
That was the one that got me surprised. That the T8's very nice.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the Immolator with all the Retributors is 315 points. So if I fill up my 3 heavy support with Exorcists, that saves me a lot of points. Which there's some other really good stuff that I'm getting painted, like Zephyrim, for example, coming in with their power swords and all the cool stuff they can do. I don't know, some other cool stuff too. Or Dominions with Stormbolters, using the stratagem to get the AP -2 damage to Stormbolters. Order of Sacred Rose, make it so 6s do 2 hits instead of 1. So they get into rapid fire range, and that's 16 shots that are strength 4 -2, 2 damage. Against you, of course, not as effective, but against most armies, that's scary.
Right.
Like a Space Marine, like the Marine equivalent kind of thing. Strength 4 -2, 2 damage is scary. So it's weird because, once again, Custodes kind of skew perception on what armies should do because they're so elite. So you fail a few of your 3-up invulns and it looks like they're garbage, but you skew a bit into your invulns and it looks like you're unstoppable.
Sudden, yeah.
So if you rolled an average number of them, but then it's dependent on which ones are you rolling. The ones that do d6 damage or the ones that do 1. So it's not just enough to do average. It's that you want the ones that you pass to be the ones that are the high damage ones. Like if I hit you with 4 multi-meltas and 4 bolter shots, and you pass the bolter shots but not the multi-melt, you could be like, yeah, I rolled an average number of passes, and I know they're 2 up, so let's just pretend they were all 4 up. But obviously it still skews that you die. So it's very skewy with a kind of army like this. You don't have much redundancy. So
yeah, it's weird. I'm thinking about what else for the Custodes, because I kind of pumped the brakes a little bit, but I got more stuff coming. So I've got, obviously I'm showing off more sword and board than I had previously. I think I got a couple more of them. I've also got a couple of new shield captains. I got the named character. I've got 6 of the Forge World bikes.
have you ever played a game without your beefed up shield captain?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
I've run him different ways.
But you've always brought the shield captain on bike.
I think I may have played 1 or 2 games without, but usually...
I know you don't have very many choices.
Well, now I'm getting more and more, so I'm able to kind of expand out and kind of look at some other things. So like I've got 6 of the Games Workshop Terminators I want to start trying out now. I've got, like I said, the jet bikes on the way.
And then you got some mechanized, like you have some tanks, you have access to some flyers.
I've got one of the tank, yeah, and so I'm kind of looking at... It's funny, because Custodes were always... They were a 30k army that one time somebody's like, hey, play them in 40k. That could be neat. But now I think they're by far my favorite force.
Yeah, they're definitely powerful.
They're fun to play. They are powerful, but they're fun to play. I'm just kind of entertained that out of everything I've got, the one that I bought for the other game system is my favorite in 40k. So I am slowly kind of adding and expanding. But yeah, there's 3 different tanks. I've got one of them with one of the weapon loadouts, but there's the transport tank and then the weird little speeder kind of thing. It's like a Space Marine land speeder. It's basically the same point cost as a Custodes bike. And it has similar stats, except for it's shooty and not fighty.
Right.
And then there's the 2 big ships. One's a transport, one's a gunship.
That'll be cool to see the variety you can do. It's hard to do a lot of variety because even at 2,000 points, you don't have a lot of models.
I'm trying to be careful with what I get before a new book hits, but I mean, I don't think they're going to change that much. Oh, I got the Venatari I've used mostly in the Crusade, but they're super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, flying guys. I'm having a lot of fun with this, so.
Well, that's good. I'm enjoying Sisters as well, seeing some of their potential and where they can shine. And I'm looking forward to trying out the other orders. I've tried 3 orders now. 3 games, 3 orders. I'm pretty sure I want to try the other 3. Some of them kind of overlap in their potential, but we'll see what happens. Well, I hope that you enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more Warhammer 40k battle reports. Happy wargaming.